We want to know if you guys think that having a work spouse is cheating or is it friendly? Can you put number one if you think it's cheating and number two if you think it's friendly? And as I understood it, what the definition of a work spouse, a work husband, a work boo, a work wife. Okay, let's be very clear. I am husband. I have a husband. I have a real husband. So he is my work husband. So we're gonna clarify that right now. But it was always my understanding that a work spouse, work husband, work wife was someone that you were really close to at work that happens to be of the opposite sex. Now, this is a strictly platonic friendship. It is not romantic. It is not sexual. It is just two people who happen to be of the opposite sex that may, hang out a little bit more at work than maybe with other coworkers, or, they just have a closer knit relationship than maybe they have with other supervisors or coworkers. Now, as time has gone past, apparently the definition has changed.
So people think about credit and they automatically get caught up in past mistakes and they're not willing to start working on the future. I myself am very guilty of that. So, I thought it was really important. We thought it was important to bring someone here tonight that could talk to us about reestablishing, rebuilding, starting credit if you're, on the younger side and you don't have credit yet. It's really important to figure out the right way to go ahead and actually establish credit. So Miss Charmaine Santos is here with us from Second Chance Credit.
How can you have a voice against that and I'm doing this on my own?
Well, thank you so much for that. I think like you really summed up what we were trying to do last night. I think we were very successful at it. And I'm not upset with the banter. Like I thought that, it was a necessary dialogue. The exchange got a little heated sometimes, but it was, sometimes you need a little bit of that to just keep a little life in the conversation. But Roz and I definitely wanted to have a platform where all types of people can come and talk about whatever it is that's important to them, whatever it is that they're trying to achieve or accomplish in life. And so I think so far we've been pretty successful at being able to do that. And we appreciate you for being our first female to come up with us. A part of our right to protect ourselves and bear arms, correct? So, these kind of things constantly brings into question whether or not they need to change the laws about guns. And so I'm kind of torn on that because I really believe that we should have the right to protect ourselves. I do think that the process to get a gun should be much more difficult than it is. It's way too easy. Because if you start taking away people's rights to bear arms, what's going to end up happening is you're going to see an influx of black market gun dealing. It's already happening. It's just going to get worse. So people are going to start getting guns illegally, and you're going to create a whole different type of problem. So I think maybe some amendments need to be made to the law, but we definitely don't need to take away Americans' right to protect them. Yes, I'm glad she said something about feet. Okay. That's a serious trouble. Okay, let me explain something to y'all right now. I don't do the feet shit. Okay? I will be ready to fight you if you put your motherfucking foot up.
Oh my God.
My language, sorry, sister, I know you watching, but I don't do feet. Don't put your feet on me. Like once you can kind of walk on them, so that means like baby. Don't touch me with your feet. Don't touch me with your feet. Don't brush your foot against me. I don't even want you. I don't like to see feet. Let me say, y'all will notice my background is different. I'm on location in Oklahoma City. I still had to represent and bring my R and my S. And it just so happens that this place is decked out in all New York pictures. And
like that is the real tragedy in all of this because, where people are being judged on having their own opinion. And I will tell you what my opinion on that is. Everybody has an opinion. Everybody's entitled to their opinion. And Dave Chappelle has an opinion. And I don't think that he was being transphobic. I think he was trying to silence the rhetoric that he is. He told his story of his friendship. And then at the end, he said something very profound to me when he said that empathy is bisexual. And so many people just didn't get it. Basically, empathy is bisexual. It needs to go both ways. So for the ABC community to be so harsh on African Americans in particular, I just feel like you're trying to encourage us to support you, to accept you. And we can accept you. We don't have to support you. We can respect you, but we don't have to agree with what you're doing. But that doesn't mean we hate you.
I spent the time researching and getting certifications in different parts of the world. So I have a certification as a specialist for Jamaica, for Mexico, for Qatar, which I've been to 3 times. Florida, Vegas, my second home. So I have certifications to handle particular areas, but I still know about other areas. And if I don't know it, I research it for you. So I can still deliver it to you. But people are scared about traveling. They have questions. They don't know whether or not, it's safe to travel to certain regions of the world. And so having a travel agent actually soothes a lot of those worries and concerns. Like once you hand it over to me, I got it.
Oh, hell no! It is definitely a unique taste.
Seriously, everybody has standards. You know what I mean? Everybody wants somebody who's nice, who's genuine, who's kind. Well, maybe they don't want those things. Maybe they're looking for the baller. They're looking for somebody to take care of them. But then all the fundamental things that make you really like anybody that knows me knows I do hair restoration, and for whatever reason, this is busy season.
It is, and whoever has the most points at the end of it is the winner. You know what I'm saying? So let's get this thing on and popping.
What we winning?
Ooh, you want a prize?
As soon as I turned 40, it was almost like something came over me. And it was like the manifestation of $0 given. So at the end of the day, for me, it was about me. And he's a good father. And all men who have children, from a previous relationship are not debuted. You know what I mean? Sometimes the baby mama is, but for the most part, I'm all about behind the bar. I really appreciate what you do. And, this is like the quality time and the me time that me and my husband get to share outside of work. So we really do enjoy your platform. Just keep doing what you're doing. And I don't want to hear nothing about you retiring. It's hard. Like Lady Snoop said, it's hard to roast somebody you like.
Okay. Give it up. Okay.
I want to represent behind
Hey, yo.
First one with the custom red. You guys as my family. You know what I mean? We've gotten a chance to meet each other in person. You were supportive to Fresh and I in a very, very, it was a joyous occasion. And then, we went through something really traumatic and you guys supported us still. And so you only get a few people in your life that really do things like that. They can show up for you in the good times and show up for you in the bad times. It's people in your family who don't even do that. You know what I mean? So I hope I make you proud when we do this podcast. You definitely will be a guest. I'm still going to do that interview on you. Love to have Sweet Tea on the show and just keep this train going. I got a chance to check out your website. The merchandise on there, I love.
Thank you.
Yeah, I like that. The Timothy, Earthy, that Gutter City.
Yes.
Is that all you?
Yes.
That's your brainchild?
Yes, that's
How did
all
you come
me.
up with that?
Gutter
City,
Lady Fresh.
That's right. It's the
Hi.
fresh perspective. The fresh perspective.
Hey, I didn't even see
The fresh perspective facts.
Hold on. We about to hold on. Lady Fresh. We're gonna use them right now. So my girl, Lady Fresh, got a channel about to pop off on April.
Okay, I got you.
We need a drop for Lady Fresh. Her channel is called The Fresh Perspective. Let's go.
The fresh perspective. Lady tune in to Lady Fresh. The fresh perspective. Philly shit.
subscribe right now. Easy.
This is Two Peas in a Pod.
Cass,
I'm your host, Rich,
and I'm your host, DK.
and you are now tuned in, Lady Fresh, and the Fresh Perspective.
Rock bottle on the track, boy.
Yeah, Lady Fresh, keep it real, and that's a fact. She gon' tell it like it is, that's just that on that. Yeah, that's just that on that. This the Fresh Perspective with Lady Fresh. Lady Fresh, keep it real, and that's a fact. She gon' tell it like it is, that's just that on that. Yeah, that's just that on that. Tune in every week, rockin' with Lady Fresh.
I want you out of myself. You don't need nobody else. I want you out of myself, I swear. Oh yeah. I'm selfish. I want you out of myself, I swear. You don't need nobody else, I swear. I want you out of myself because I'm selfish. I want you out of myself, I swear. You don't need nobody else, I swear. I want you out of myself, I swear. I'm selfish. I want you out of myself, I swear. You don't need nobody else, I swear. I want you out of myself because I'm selfish. I want you out of myself, I swear. You don't need nobody else. I want you out of myself. Now that I got you here, girl, I ain't gon' play with you. Because it's a lot of things that I wanna say to you. Girl, you know you the shit. Balenciaga's on your kicks. Nipples all on your, but we ain't gon' trip. Cause I'm not ready for no commitments. But I swear I hate seeing you with them. And I know you ain't trying to control me. And I know you tired of being lonely. I can't help how I feel. I'm just keeping it real. They can't hear you, girl, because I'm selfish. I want to order myself, I swear. You don't need nobody else, I swear. I want to order myself because I'm selfish. I want to order myself, I swear. You don't need nobody else, I swear. I want to order myself, I swear. I'm selfish. I want to order myself, I swear. You don't need nobody else, I swear. I want to order myself because I'm selfish. I want to order myself, I swear. You don't need nobody else. I want to order myself. Shorty, I'm sorry.
Hello, everybody. And thank you for tuning in to another episode of The Fresh Perspective. I am your host, Lady Fresh, and I am so happy to be here tonight with you guys. Whew, it's been a long week, getting ready to start another week, winding down this summer. Fall is in full swing. Got some shows lined up for you. I know it's been probably about 2 weeks since I've been on. I think I updated you guys on my accident in Mexico. I am doing well. I can't complain. Still got a little tenderness in the shoulder from time to time, a little pain there in the neck. But that's to be expected when you're a 40-plus-year-old woman who has an accident on the ATV. Shout out to Andre Obama, who likes to call me 12 o'clock fresh. So I wasn't popping wheelies. I just, I hit a slick spot and I, flew a little ways and scuffed up my left side, but it's all good. It's all good. So I'm so happy to have you guys here. I guess I can turn my camera on. Hey, you guys. Need a little bit more light. I'm not going to keep you guys on late tonight anyway. So the title of my show tonight is, do you know what today is? It's my anniversary. And I wonder how many of you guys in the chat actually know what anniversary it is for me. If you know what it is, put it in the chat. But it is an anniversary for me today, you guys. And, those of you who really, truly follow Lady Fresh, you guys know what anniversary it is today. I do choose to celebrate it. Yes, I do, because it's a huge accomplishment, for me. In my journey. So if anybody knows what today's anniversary is, September 18th, what anniversary am I celebrating today as it pertains to Lady Fresh? While you guys think about that, I am gonna acknowledge the chat. I'm not gonna keep y'all long tonight. So let's see who's in here. Mama Boo Salute, thank you for stopping by, sweetie. The Dirty Kenzo, as always, listen, you guys, Two Bad Opinions. Listen, you guys are about to be the next new thing. I'm really looking forward to hearing you guys' perspective on a lot of different topics. You had an excellent show last night. I don't know if you had shows before this, but I do know you guys are still over at ATG right now, and you guys are going to be launching the channel really soon. I have already subscribed from my Lady Fresh account. I'll be subscribing from the Fresh Perspective account as well. But you guys, ATG Barnes and the Dirty Kenzo, salute to you guys. I think you guys' show is going to be awesome. And I appreciate you guys' support. As always, could Mary the Goat in the building. Salute. Queen Kels, I know you are the lady behind the scenes. You be making it, you be circulating that link in that chat. So salute to the Queen Kels working behind scenes with the Dirty Kenzo and ATG on the new show. Salute to you. Thanks for stopping by. My Lotus Flower Bomb. Lotus, I got to get you up here tonight because I need to get your perspective on one of the topics I wanted to address tonight. Who else? Andre Obama. Andre Obama don't like me. I already gave you a shout out, but I'll shout you out again. Captain Hood, salute. Thank you for stopping by. I appreciate it. Fresh Breezy, my king, salute to you as always. Thank you so much for your support. The nice one, salute. Thank you so much for tuning in. I appreciate it. And thank you for the anniversary wishes. So, did anybody figure out what anniversary it is for me today? Fresh Breezy, that's hilarious. You know, that's why I put it up there that way, because people would be confused and assume that it's a wedding anniversary or, you know, relationship anniversary. So, nope, it is not. Let's see if the nice one has it. Your anniversary of your debut on YouTube. LOL. I know your wedding anniversary, so now I know that. The nice one got it. Yes, it is. Today is the day that the Roz and Fresh show premiered. I'm still very much proud of that project. That was Lady Fresh's debut to YouTube. As far as being a content creator. So today is really important to me because, you know, that time that we spent putting into building that platform, it led to the Fresh Perspective. So, you know, today I had to celebrate and you know, give homage to my humble beginnings where I came from, which was, you know, being occasional pop up on BDB, but the Roz and Fresh show is where I got my start. So that is Lady Fresh's debut on YouTube. So September 18th is a monumental day for me. Anybody that knows me also knows that I love the numbers 1 and 8 because of my birthday, my birth year, my college. Like so many 1s and 8. My anniversary show debuted on the 18th. I can't remember if the Fresh Perspective debuted on May 8th or May 7th, but I love 1s and 8s. So September 18th is always going to be a special day to me. So I had to come here and celebrate that with you guys. And so I'm actually going to I don't have anything super structured, you know, just kind of chilling and laying back. I'm actually going to drop the link early if there's anybody in the chat that, you know, may have some words of encouragement as I continue my YouTube journey. You know, this is just year 1 for me. You know, under year 1, I've had 2 shows that I think brought forth very good content. And you know, it's not going to stop here for me. So, you know, if anybody has any you know, words of encouragement, or you know, that might just want to come up and talk about any of the topics that we might talk about, just going to kind of recap what's been going on since the last time I was here. Everybody's probably talked about everything already, so I'm kind of late to the party. As you heard, the music I was playing earlier was PNB Rock. Salute and you know, rest in paradise to that young brother who lost his life senselessly while just trying to enjoy a meal with, you know, with his girl. So you know, I just wanted to pay homage and play some of his music tonight. So that was PNB Rock, and we're going to talk a little bit about that tonight. Just kind of some of the things surrounding his death and how, you know, these kind of things can be a little bit more preventable if possible. You know, I think there are things that we can do, or, you know, they can do as the celebrities. There's things that you can do to keep yourself safe. And you know, it's an unfortunate situation. Very young, very talented, and just senselessness all the way around. But before we get into that, I dropped the link. So again, if anybody has any, I'm so tired. My face, I'm just sweating and looking crazy. But anybody who wants to come up, any words of encouragement, anything you might want to tell me as far as my journey moving forward, feel free to hit the link. Okay. But yes, so today was the debut of the Roz and Fresh show, and we talked about self-care. September is self-care month. And we talked about mental health, you know, in tribute to mental health awareness. And so that was a very important episode because, you know, it began the conversation about mental health awareness. understanding what it is and how it affects us on a daily basis, because we all know someone, whether it's a known condition, but we're all affected by mental health. And I think that it needs to be something that we feel comfortable discussing, asking questions when we don't know, because at that time I wasn't, I knew of mental health illnesses, but I never really thought to get involved in the discussion of mental health and self-care. And what's so important about self-care and mental health going hand in hand, that is that they do go hand in hand, and you want to really, really make sure that you take care of yourself, encourage the people around you to take care of yourself. And ways to take care of yourself is just sometimes just taking a break to breathe. Not putting so much on your plate, prioritizing things that might need to be, that might need to be done. Sometimes you might just have to say, let me put this on the back burner because I need to look at oneself. You guys know that I'm a serial entrepreneur. I have several businesses, one of them which is travel. And they actually say that travel reduces stress. It is good for the mental, it's good for the psyche. And so I really, since I've gotten really into the business, I really do believe that. I do believe that traveling and taking vacations, and it doesn't have to be an expensive vacation out the country. A vacation could be right up the street for the weekend, checking out of your house and into a hotel. Or if you can get everyone out of the house and you be home, a staycation. But getting out, seeing some different scenery, visiting, places like museums, like something that's going to be calming and relaxing, having some drinks on the beach, just kind of letting loose. All of that plays into self-care, which will help you keep your mental health healthy. Salute to Jen, who's popping in. Thank you so much for coming by. Whatever anniversary, when it comes to, Jen, you're funny. That's funny. Everybody think it's out. It is not me and Breezy's anniversary. We still have 2 months to go. So November 18th, that's our anniversary. So we'll be back with another episode. I don't know where we're going to be. I don't know. Y'all have to ask Fresh where we're going. He told me the other day somewhere he wanted to go, but I kind of forgot. But yeah, y'all have to ask him where we're going. Jen, don't leave me. You are so funny. I can't with you. Let's see what the Fresh say. I need to make this bigger. I can't see it. I should have sent you behind the bar screens, photos, and videos. The first show here. No, it didn't. Where you get the 17th from? It was the 18th, sir. Oh, she gave us a whole oh, Jen, you're so sweet. She gave us a whole paragraph. Oh, it's her YouTube anniversary. That's right. That's right. Bingo. But thank you anyway, Jen. I appreciate that. ATG, salute.
Hey, sis, salute on your anniversary.
Thank you. Salute to you on the show. You guys, I really enjoyed that last night.
Oh, I appreciate that, man. I gotta give a credit to my partner Merv too. He really held it down. I want to give him a shout out. But I want to give you a shout out too. I want to give you a YouTube award.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I want to give you a YouTube award for I forgot I wrote it down when I was at work and I lost the paper, but I had a little award for you. I wanted to tell you that you came and took the YouTube street by storm with the first episode. I think we should we need to see more of you. We need more consistency. I'm just giving you some constructive.
No, this is what I need. This is what I need.
That's what I'm saying. We need more. We don't need once a month for we need more of Lady Fresh. We need some brand new fresh perspective. We need some more interviews. I'm willing to get an interview if you want it. You know.
Definitely. I think we talked about that before.
Yeah, that's a fact. We have. So we need more content. As a viewer of yours, we're asking for more content.
I know this is exactly what I needed. And Maine called me on the phone and he says he wasn't whipping me into shape, but he was basically like, yo, what's up, yo? And
I've been like that too. I'm like, yo, what's up with Lady Fresh? She pull up in the chat, show support, but when she gonna go live? Like,
I really haven't even been in people's chat as much either. It's just, with me recovering in the summer, it just has been really, really.
I can't really see the chat, but salute to the chat. Salute to the chat. Oh, here I go. I'm on it right now.
You see it?
Yeah. I'm on it. I forgot to hit the live chat.
So do you guys really like the interviews that I do?
I think you give some bomb ass interviews, girl.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna try to.
Well, at least that's my opinion. I think you really like. I don't know if you just like freestyle it or you like actually do like your journalist research or whatever. But if you do freestyle it, you got a natural talent, Because majority of the time I freestyle too, and I just feed off the interviewee. If I'm feeling the vibe, if he's leaning towards this topic or he's talking more about that topic, then I'll ask questions about that topic. But then if he taking me up and down, then I'll take over the interview and ask him one of my questions. But if the interviewee is talking, just let him talk because the people can hear him or her.
I agree. So I think I do a combination of both. Kind of similar to what you're saying, just kind of letting it be a free flow kind of thing. I do have structure on paper just in case I need to reel something back in, or if there's a topic that got overlooked. I do try to like structure my interviews to flow a certain way, but I definitely let it be a natural flow as well. But I'll try to rear it back to topic if sometimes it starts to kind of escape a little bit. You know what I mean? So yeah, I do enjoy interviewing people. I love to interview people. And now
I don't know if it's me or if it's you, but you're breaking up. You're muted now. Now I can't hear you at all.
Can y'all hear me?
Now, yeah, you're good now.
I know my microphone is acting crazy. I don't know if we lost you.
How's my mic
we
sound?
lost you, ATG, but just come back up if you.
Can y'all hear me?
If you need to. Can you guys hear me okay?
Hold on.
Put something in the chat. Let me know because I'll just be up here.
Let me know y'all can hear me. Can y'all hear me?
Y'all not hearing me.
Your chat.
But I'm going to keep going. Okay. Mama Boo, thank you, sweetie. Appreciate it. Jay Savage, salute. Thank you for stopping by. So yeah, definitely want to do more interviews. I would love to do more interviews. That has been the main goal of the Fresh Perspective. I can't say exactly what's coming up yet. I definitely have a travel episode coming up. Travel episodes coming up real soon. I got my mentor coming on. I've been doing a lot with that lately. Been doing a lot of sharing the opportunity for people to come join the business. But let me bring ATG back.
Oh, all right. Can you hear me?
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Are you talking?
Yeah.
I can't hear you.
Oh.
Are you on mute?
No.
I don't know what, but I don't know. I've been having issues with my
the chat.
I don't know.
Let her know that
this happened yesterday too. Like you went out for a little while.
Look at your chat. Look at your chat.
Okay. So we're gonna try that again in a minute. Because he was, giving me some really good feedback. I really want him to be able to come up and finish sharing. Mama Boo said she can hear both of us. So the chat, y'all can hear him, but y'all couldn't hear me. I'm confused. So y'all were able to actually hear him, only I couldn't hear him. That's weird. Okay, well, come back up, ATG. Hopefully, we we got it fixed. This, this is the only part of the YouTube thing, like having all the equipment and everything. If one thing starts acting up, it's all connected. So then, if the mic is acting crazy and it's plugged into the mixer, and then the mixer's plugged into the computer, and it's just a headache. But anyway. So ATG said, Lady Fresh, we need some more content. We need more consistent content. I've taken in what you've had to say to me. I'm taking notes. Who else got some, who else got something they want to tell Lady Fresh, as far as, my next steps and my journeys in these YouTube streets. I would love to know what, advice you guys have for me. I'm even getting text messages about being able to hear. Okay. So let's see what the chat is saying. You're busy though, so we need to understand that. So, oh no, absolutely. But I mean, it's people who are busier than I am that make time. And honestly, there are so many times that I do want to get on, but sometimes I'm just I'm exhausted after the work day. It's almost impossible for me to do a show. Then if the next day I'm traveling at 3 a.m, my shows have been a little later, really don't want to get on and be on for 3 hours and then try to get on the road at 3 a.m. because Fresh Breezy always make me drive. He make his wife drive at 3 a.m. all the time, y'all. Tell Fresh Breezy that ain't right. So, but I'm not going to make any excuses. This show was my destiny. This was what I was supposed to be doing. And so I need to do it. Jen, let me tell y'all, Jen, that is my warrior right there. She got my back. She like, whatever. Don't pressure yourself. We be all right. We need to understand. Jen, don't be playing about her Lady Fresh. I always appreciate you. I don't be seeing you nowhere. I don't be around as much, but I don't be seeing you nowhere, but you always pop up for my show. And I appreciate that so much. And you're right. I need to be more consistent. I could at least try to get back to doing it once a week. Okay. Like I need to get it together. I need to get my shit together. Okay. Breezy, you in this too. We need to get our shit together. Okay. Bishop, salute, Grant, dude. Good to see you. Appreciate you checking out the show. So, yeah. So the anniversary, mentioned that. I'm gonna put up my Cash App just in case anybody wants to give me a little anniversary gift. There's a Cash App at #IamLadyFresh. So feel free to hit us up. But anyway, so I briefly mentioned ATG. If you have time, please come back up because you had interesting insight on this topic yesterday. Fresh Breezy, you feel free to hit the link. I want to talk a little bit about PNB Rock. I'm sure people are tired of hearing about it at this point, but I feel the need to say something about it because once again, here we are with another senseless killing. And it's so unfortunate because he was so young and talented. And I didn't even think that he, would draw that type of attention, but it goes to show you that it really doesn't matter who you are. Some people just hate, some people looking for a come up, some people looking for a lick. It's just so many different reasons why things like this happen, but it's all senseless at the end of the day. We're killing each other. And now, I believe that they said that, being a hip hop artist or a rap artist is the most detrimental profession to be in now at this point. Of any job, it is more dangerous to be a rapper than it is to be the bodyguard of a rapper. Make that make sense. You would think bodyguards jobs are the most dangerous, but no, the actual rapper is in more danger than bodyguards. Why? Because half of the time they be walking around and they don't even have any. And so, it to me, you know, I don't ever want to blame the victim. Um, it's just you never should blame the victim. That would be terrible to do. However, I do believe in accountability, and you know, Two Bad Opinions last night, Murph and ATG talked about this topic and talked about the toxic, I believe it was like the toxic trends that contributed to his death, which was an amazing show. Let me put up what Kenzo said. You know, it was an amazing show, and they brought up a lot of, you know, a lot of this stuff, you know, in today media, you know, how they project things, you know, the thirst mentality, the floss mentality, the need to, you know, show off, you know, so many different things can contribute to an outcome like this. And it's completely and totally unfortunate. Um, I believe, you know, I think Maine cammed up yesterday and he, you know, made a good point that you should be able to go out. It doesn't matter where you should be able to go out and have a good time. You should be able to go out with your family. You should be able to go out and eat. You should be able to post where you're eating. You should be able to do those things and not worry about someone coming to blow your fucking head off. You should be able to do those things. However, there's a certain amount of accountability that needs to be had when you become a celebrity. Because at this point, you are welcoming a lot of different elements and things into your life, things that you may not even be aware of. So just like these artists get image consultants and they get PR people and they get wardrobe people because they have to put on this, you know, they have to present themselves a certain way. They need to articulate themselves a certain way. They have someone to coach them through all of these different things so that they can present themselves the appropriate way. The same thing must be done when it comes to protecting yourself. You need to take some accountability. If you decide you're going to go to a restaurant in the middle of the hood with a lot of chains on, if that is a decision you make, then you should make sure you have your security intail. Like you need to have your security because you know the area is not good. Like that's just common sense. Like it shouldn't be, oh, well, you got to know that you're a person of a certain stature now. If you don't choose to not eat there, which was probably the obvious choice, you need to protect yourself and the people that you're with. And I just think that was a misstep on his part, that there should have been security with him if he was insistent on eating in such a restaurant. I'll be honest, the first thing I said when I found out that his girlfriend posted, I didn't know that he posted as well, but just posting, period. When you're a celebrity and you post your location, that kind of invites a little bit of danger as well. Now, I get that they do public appearances. I get that they do, pop-up shops, things like that. But they will typically have security already in place for events like that. ATG, you with us?
Mic check.
I see your little circle moving, but I can't hear you. Why I can't hear you? Y'all can hear him? I'm about to be real mad if they can hear you and I can't hear you.
Mic check.
Y'all let me know if y'all can hear him talking. I see the little thing around your avatar, but I still can't hear you.
Can you hear me?
That is so strange. Y'all, can y'all hear it? Oh, he dropped off. I hear you, Barnes. It's something on your end. That is the craziest thing. I have never had this happen. Now, this is different. I've never had it where I can't hear the other person and y'all can hear him. That's so weird. I don't even know where to let me check something real quick. because I need to be able to hear him. I need to hear what he has to say. Y'all can still hear me, okay? All right, so what I'm gonna do, I think I am just going to turn off the mixer and do everything through the computer instead of the way that I'm doing it. Because obviously there's a connection error here somewhere. ATG, I'm gonna get it together. Y'all hold tight for a second. Let me see if I can play y'all some music real quick while I make this quick little switch. And after I make the switch, then hopefully ATG can come back up and we can finish our conversation, because again, he had some interesting, he had something interesting to say about this whole thing yesterday. So I would love for him to come up and be able to talk about it. All right. I'm going to make some switches here and I'm going to get y'all back. Let me put some music on for you. So since it is the anniversary of the Roz and Fresh show, I think I'll play the Roz and Fresh theme music for old time's sakes. Let's do it.
Raz and Fresh get you game and they really wise. And you can see they soul in they pretty eyes. I pulled up the Raz and Fresh, they gave me all the love. Me, cause I learned the lioness protect all the cubs. Raz and Fresh get you game and they really wise. And you can see they soul in they pretty eyes. I pulled up the Raz and Fresh, they gave me all the love. Cause I learned the lioness protect all the cubs. I'm talking Simba Nala, the mama of T'Challa, Wakanda, Aphrodite knowledge, and how to grow your pockets. Gotta promote your products, get the cash in. Keep it peaceful, positive, but we gon' pass that. Knowledge, we pass that. On the road to riches, man. If it's a treat and bring some sap back, we'll teach you how to grab that. If it's a problem, I bring two down. The Lion King, Nala, Pin, Simba 2 times. Raz and Fresh get you game, and they really wise. And you can see they soul in they pretty eyes. I pulled up the Raz and Fresh, they gave me all the love. Cause I learned the lioness protect all the cubs. Raz and Fresh get you game, and they really wise. And you can see they soul in they pretty eyes. I pulled up the Raz and Fresh, they gave me all the love. Cause I learned the lioness protect all the cubs.
All right. Can you guys hear me okay now? Now, hopefully you can still hear me okay. That was Yella Jesus with the Roz and Fresh theme song. I'm probably going to play the other theme song as well from Presence. So, can you guys hear me okay? I have just everything through the computer. Hopefully, whoever comes up here, we're able to hear each other now. I look crazy without my headphones on. You know, I kind of count on that to make my hair not look so bad. Let's see what the chat is saying. Remember that awesome psychic medium you had on your show. I've been getting fake accounts for yes, Jen. So I noticed that as well. The account will come up and it'll have like 2 eyes in it. Yeah, that's not her. She will respond to you and tell you to report that account. So that's what I did. But they did a pretty good job cloning her account. I just was able to tell the difference because I picked up on the 2 double eyes that they had in there. So yes. Unfortunately, that's been happening a lot with a lot of accounts. I've been getting all kind of messages from accounts that don't exist. So yeah. Just report it if you can. You can block it and you can report it to IG. Okay. Yeah, one of them wanted money for a reading. Yeah, she won't do a reading like that. Like she's not gonna tell you on there send money for a reading. That's not how that works. And she's booked out like months right now. So you're not even gonna be able, you wouldn't be able to get in with her. So that's definitely a fake account. But definitely report it. Yes, report it, because that's the only way that these clone accounts, can get in trouble, because we have to say something. A lot of these clone accounts are asking for money and all kind of stuff, and people are actually giving it to them. They're sending them money thinking that it's the real person. I've actually had somebody, like try to have a full-on conversation, like, yeah, send me your Cash App information and I'll send you $1,500. And I'm like, what you about to do with my Cash App information? They're gonna do something with it. So yeah, definitely don't leave it unreported. I liked her a lot. Hopefully you can have her back on the show one day. That was one of my favorite episodes that you did here on your show. Yes, that is actually one of my favorite episodes as well. I'm trying to think. I want to say my top three Fresh Perspective episodes, in no particular order, is definitely The Psychic Medium. That was one of my favorites. The interview with Maine the Milkman, that was one of my favorites. The only thing was the issues with the Wi-Fi. Like, it really was throwing me off. So I really felt like I could have delivered a much better interview had I not had so many. Well, it wasn't my issues. It actually was the issues with his Wi-Fi, but still, it still threw me off. So, that was a little difficult. And then I really enjoyed the King Troll episode. The lesson that I got about trolling, that was one of my favorite episodes as well. I really feel like I learned a lot. I've had so many people tell me they learned stuff about trolling that they had no idea about. So that is definitely a really good episode. I can't wait to have him back on the show. I'm trying to work on another content creator. I want to work my way around. Like, I want to try to get some of the familiar faces onto the Fresh Perspective, just to kind of talk about their platform, what drove them to do their platform. It gives me good interview practice as well. So, I'm always interested in different platforms and, what made people think it was a good idea to have certain types of platforms, getting to understand the different sectors, things like that. People who are very prominent in one sector, who may not feel like they're a part of one sector, like all of that stuff kind of fascinates me. I don't want to be in it. Like, I'm not interested in being involved in all of that. Like getting into the drama. I'll be trying to take what King Troll taught me to heart and really understand. But yeah, I'm not trying to be involved, but I would like to have an understanding, because, we're all connected at the end of the day. When you think about it, if you look in the chats, a lot of the same people are in a lot of the same chats. So definitely. And then as far as the Rise and Fresh show, again, I am celebrating that today, because I am very proud of that show. I'm proud of the work that was put into the production, acquiring all the equipment so that I could do this show. It was a gateway. You know what I mean? So had I never done Rise and Fresh, I wouldn't be here doing Fresh Perspective. So when you put it in perspective, that's how I got here. So I'm really appreciative to that experience. I was looking over a couple of the episodes, and I would have to say one of my favorites for the Roz and Fresh show. I really liked, I think it was the one about oil spills. I want to say that's the one that Yellow Jesus pulled up on. So that was one of my favorite episodes. I really liked the one about the work spouses. That was a great episode because they was teaching me some stuff. I had no idea that, you know, the work spouse thing was what it was. I always thought it was just, you know, innocent. But some people, yeah, they got a lot of stuff going on. So yeah. Harlem Girls, salute me, Sibu. Feel free to hit the link. And if you got some kind words for Lady Fresh on her 1 year anniversary on YouTube, I call it my YouTube anniversary. So, you know, if anybody has anything that they would like to say or, you know, words of encouragement, I'm all here for it. You know, sometimes it's just nice to hear it. ATG was in the middle of giving me some really good advice. You know, letting me know how much he appreciates the show, he enjoys the show, and wants to see a little bit more consistency. So that seems to be the keyword, consistency. So, you know, that means I need to get up, make some time, and do this thing. So definitely gonna start trying to do more consistent episodes. I do have a travel episode in the works for, you know, probably next week before I go on vacation again. We're going to have my mentor, Miss Stacy Prather Bynum, come on, and she's going to talk to us about the travel industry, helping to kind of calm some people's nerves about travel, because a lot of people think that people aren't traveling, and that's just simply not true. It's people are traveling more now. We're starting to see like pre-pandemic numbers now. Going into this holiday, they're expecting a lot of people to cross through airports for Thanksgiving, which is the biggest travel holiday of the year, and then Christmas. So if I can give some advice about travel, here's a tip for you. If you're traveling this year for holidays, especially if it is Thanksgiving, because that's the busiest, book your tickets now. Most of the airlines are still at a deficit of the number of flights. So if you go on and you're searching for flights right now, you might notice that there's not as many availability. It's not as much availability as it used to be. So you might see 4 flights to your destination when you're used to seeing 6 or 7. That is very common across the board. Airlines are still very, very understaffed. Therefore, flights have been cut by 15%. So they're growing, but, you know, get your ticket now. They're recommending people to get their tickets for Thanksgiving and Christmas before like October 23rd. Like you want to have all that stuff secured by October 23rd, which I believe is just around a month before Thanksgiving. That's my rule of thumb anyway. I try to book all my travel a month in advance if I have enough notice. You know, in a perfect world, that would always be the case, but it's not. Sometimes you got to do last minute, and sometimes you're flexible. But I always recommend a month out. If you absolutely have to wait, 2 weeks is your real deadline. Once you get under 13 days, you're gonna start seeing numbers like jump. Like I just booked a flight a couple days ago, and I was like, "What the?" You know what I mean? I had to send one of my texts back, and literally booked her flight like the day before or 2 days before, and it was expensive. But I know all the travel tips, the travel hacks, all that kind of stuff. So, you know, anybody that might be interested in something like that, please hit me up on IG. I'll put my IG information across the bottom. Hit me up. You know, I'll be more than happy to walk you through all of that stuff. And, you know, also if anybody's interested in the business part of it, you know, reach out to me because we're always building. Always building. But yeah, that's my travel tip for today is get your ticket now because prices are ridiculous. So let's check out the chat. Brother Breezy, well, you better get on top of what I must have said something. Oh goodness. Okay. And Lotus, as always, is promoting the channel. You guys, please help me get to my 500 subscribers. I am going to do better at being more consistent so that I can earn those subscribers. I don't want to just, ask you guys to like, share, and subscribe, and I'm not giving you the content. So please like, share, subscribe. I'm trying to get to I need to get there before the end of the year. I really would like to be able to get my polls and my community wall and all of those things. So I definitely would appreciate, you telling people about the show, encouraging people to subscribe and support the Fresh Perspective. Okay. So I don't know. I guess ATG is not coming back up. So I'm going to finish talking about the PNB Rock. Basically what I was saying is that I feel like, there has to be some accountability as far as keeping yourself safe. Point blank, period. Once you cross that threshold of celebrity, the responsible thing is to make sure that you're safe. Even if it means while you're out having a basic meal and you have the added thing of being in a bad neighborhood. Like it was just a bad idea all the way around. But if you're going to do it, have the protection. And so, like I said, I was when I heard about it, the media has a very good way. They know exactly what they're doing. The media has a great way of spinning narratives and making things look like something it really isn't. And so the very first thing I heard was, rapper PNB Rock was shot, while having a meal at Roscoe's after his fiance posted a picture, documenting their location. So, of course you like, damn, what the hell? Why she do that? Oh, and then, after some time, while I still don't believe like a person of that caliber, again, you got chains on, you got, your celebrity, it's just a lot of, there's people that just hate. You got to take the precaution. Like you post when you leave. Like a lot of times when I go out to eat with my husband, I may post it, but a lot of times we're done there already. And I'm not nowhere near a celebrity. It's just, I don't need everybody knowing where I am at that exact moment. That's just something that people probably shouldn't do, period. Especially if you have any kind of beef, drama, you're in a city that's not your own. LA is infamous for the whole check-in scenario, and people don't check in and bad things happen. But I definitely don't want to put all of that on that young lady because that's not fair. She had to watch the love of her life take his last breath. She had to be in the midst of him, being killed and in such a public and hateful and just terrible, gruesome way. She had to watch that and then go home and explain to her child that daddy's gone forever. Like that is her reality. And so I'm pretty certain, unless it was a play, that was never her intention when she simply was sharing her waffles on social media. But at the same time, that's where that accountability comes in. It's just, let's not do that till we leave. Same thing for him. Like, you got a target on your back regardless. And I saw something that talked about an interview he did recently where he was saying that he had never been robbed. It just, he was saying that he's not saying it can't happen, but it just never has. And lo and behold, less than a few weeks later, he was robbed and his life was taken. My perspective on his death, I honestly, for whatever reason, this is just me. I almost feel like robbery wasn't necessarily the motive. Like it wasn't to get the jewels. That's typically what people will do just, because it's just the act of a crime like that. They got to make it look like there's a reason why they did it. Nowadays, dealing with a lot of these young, because it seems like these killers are getting younger and younger. They don't care. They have no sense of like they don't care about life. That's not something that's important to them. So I feel like a lot of times these kids or these people, they'll take a life. They have no problem taking a life because of the clout that'll come from it. Not necessarily from the public to them personally, but just all around. Like they get so much clout. They get, it's news coverage. They get to know that they did that. They took that person's life. Sometimes I really think that people just want to be able to say, I killed this person. I'm responsible for them not being here anymore. Even if they, took their jewelry, I still think sometimes they're just like, oh yeah, so I kill him. You know what I mean? It's the clout. It's the, oh, that made the national news. That made the, it's like psycho type of behavior. Like you thrive off of knowing you created this chaos. Sometimes I really think that there are people who just are that evil. Like they just want the clout to be able to say, yeah, I took him down. I shot him in the where was he at Roscoe's. Like they're just okay. The same thing when Alpo got killed, they kept saying they didn't know who did it. Why was it done? Well, I think if it wasn't a play, like I said, somebody wanted to make a name for themselves. They just wanted to be able to say, I killed Alpo. I did that. And so when you dealing with people like that, you're not going to be safe. So you just need to take the precautions necessary. Kenzo, feel free to hit the link because again, I really liked your perspective on this yesterday. So feel free to come up and give yours if you like. I really think some people just thrive off of that, just pure hatred, pure evil. And so my heart goes out to his family, his mom, who finally got her son's body back. His the mother of his child. I always hated the term baby mama, but the mother of his child, just the whole family, it's just another unfortunate situation. And in a couple weeks, it'll be sad to say either there'll be another one or people won't be talking about it anymore. The outrage will be over until the next rapper is killed. Like this is insane. Like if my child was like, I want to be a rapper. Back in the day, we might have been like, yeah, do it for the family. Bring us all up out of here. But no, you almost rather send your kid to fight in the military that ain't for us than become a rapper. Yeah, so it's just an unfortunate situation. Again, my heart goes out to his family. So something else that happened since I haven't been here, of course, we know the Queen died. Not going to spend a lot of time on that, but I was looking at, I was reading something yesterday, and man, she's laying in state, and they showed how long the line was, like miles. From where is it, Westminster? It's crazy, the line to lay in that, people to come view her body. Hey, Breezy.
What up, my lovely? Happy anniversary. Can you hear me?
What up, my lovely? I like that.
Yeah, with that. So you can hear me, I guess.
Oh, Kenzo, did you say you at the ER? I'm in an ER waiting room with my dad. Well, I hope everything is okay. Tell dad to, take it easy. I hope he's doing okay. But yeah, definitely got to be with your family. So we're sending you our prayers and our love. Yeah, take care of your family. But anybody can hit the piano. Yeah, Breezy, did you have anything to say about the PNB situation? I just, basically was saying that there's accountability all the way around. Like he shouldn't have did, whoever did it shouldn't have did it.
Right.
But when I feel like the responsibility becomes on the artist to make sure that they are safe. Like if you know you're going to a bad area, if you just determined to eat at that Roscoe's,
Right.
have security.
Right. Well, I think a lot of it comes. This social media is crazy. People think stuff is fake. So to me, it's like he kind of like, I'm gonna go there on purpose. Like, come on, he knew what was going on over there. Everyone in LA says it's a bad place, so he knew. You know, so for social media, let me show them I'm not scared. That's how I take it.
Yeah.
There was no reason to be over there. Then you got jewelry on, like, come on, like, you know, from what I understand, he was on his way to the airport. So you was getting the hell on. You should have really got the hell.
But my thing is like, if you're gonna go, at least be safe. Like you didn't even think to, and you know, I think it's really horrible that, you know, she.
But for what? I mean, for what? For chicken and waffles? You could have got that to go if that was really the thing that you wanted.
When you're
you know
a person of a certain caliber,
right?
You
That's
need
what
to
I'm
have
saying.
security with you all the time. And then he,
Right.
like I said, he made them statements.
But what is the
about
statement
never
of
being
you
robbed.
going there to eat, sit down and eat there? Like I'm saying, if you genuinely wanted chicken and waffles, get it to go. Why are you sitting down there in the
Well,
hood?
that's one way.
That's what I'm saying. He's
Well,
like
but that was
taunting these guys. Like it's crazy.
Yeah, well, that
So,
was
I put
if
100%
he
of
was
the blame on
insistent
him.
on being there, he
Personally.
could have took the precautions to keep him and his
Right.
girls.
And then from what I understand, he was beefing with people. So I give him all the blame. It's horrible that happened to him. You know,
I definitely don't
it's
give him
horrible,
all the blame.
but
The blame
you
is on
gotta
the
take
person that did it.
accountability with things.
Yeah,
man.
no, the
Everything's
blame-
not a joke.
The blame
Social
is
media got people
100%.
thinking everything is a joke. You could do this, you could do that. No, you
I
can't.
have to disagree with you because the blame is absolutely 100% on the person that killed him. It's 100% on the person that killed him. But he should be be held account. You as an artist, you need to be accountable. You got to be accountable. You have to be accountable for yourself and the life of the people you love that are with you, because it's senselessness, like you said, for him to even sit there and eat. You're a person of a certain caliber, so you know people made a great point of you should be able to do.
Yeah, you should, but that's not the world we live in.
You should be
what I mean?
able to.
It's 100% the killer's fault that
that
man is dead, but he played a part in his own demise.
Right,
as far
that's
as
what
I'm
I said.
concerned.
You got to hold accountability,
I mean,
because there were things that could have been done.
And
to
my
prevent.
thing is like, how selfish are you? I mean, okay, let's say he didn't die there. The point you prove, what point were you proving? Now you got 2 children out their father. This is crazy to me. I mean, it was really worth that. I don't know, man. I feel bad for him and his family and every, you know, the children and the girl. They need to stop blaming that on that girl too.
Yeah, absolutely.
From what I
And
understand, that came out is that he posted where he was at first.
Yeah, they
Maybe
both
before they got out the car.
Yeah, they both posted.
And then she did it. So they.
But my
and,
thing is,
and even if he didn't, that's how could you put that on her? You know, that's people just, I don't know, man. You know, like I said, social media is something else.
But you know, for all we know, it could have been somebody in the restaurant that saw him and was like, "Oh, he in here flexing."
Right, that's what I'm saying. But you know, because
somebody to come, we don't know.
Right. Harlem Girl said drop the link. But you know, from what I understand, everyone's saying that Roscoe's is like everybody knows not to go, right? Like people of stature, people that's some type of name know not to go there. So he knew that. He knew. It ain't no way he knew. And like I said, if you wanted chicken waffles that bad, get it to go. What you sitting down there with all that jewelry on for? Flaunting that in them people's faces. No, you don't know who set them up.
That's why I said accountability is everything. Anybody could have. They saw him walking in.
You can't put yourself in them type of situations. You can't do it.
And you know what's
shit? I ain't got no damn money, and I know damn well somebody be like, "Yo, yeah, I don't even need to go there." Me and Lady Fresh ain't going there.
Right.
Right.
We
know how we do.
We ain't got
Uber Eats
and that's what I'm saying. It's like you don't have nothing to prove.
Nothing.
The thing that you're trying to prove is not something to be proud of. Like who you proving that to?
Right.
prove through your works, prove through your actions. Like if you want to feed the neighborhood, like from a distance, you know what I mean? Like find a way to prove that you can give back to a community without physically being there, putting yourself at harm.
Yeah,
Like,
because you can't get back if you dead.
If-
move appropriately. I don't get it, you know. But like I said, I think a lot of it comes from social media because it's a whole facade, and then people think that some shit is like people, some people don't play. That's on social media, so you got to be careful what you're doing, what you say to people. Location dropping, all that. No, it's nonsense.
Yeah, that I don't.
Now your daughters got to grow up without their damn daddy for nothing, for fucking clout.
Yes, I agree.
Man, that shit really bothered me because he was a young guy. I can't say I followed his music. I knew a couple of his cuts, like when I hear him, but he was a young man, 30 years old. He's just, he ain't even reached his full potential, I'm sure. And for him to be cut down, like that, it's ridiculous, And it's just it's a trend now. So this, it's a crazy thing. I'm sure a lot of people's getting numb to it. I don't think I ever would. Just seeing young guys getting killed like this, it's crazy.
Yeah,
For nothing. But like you said, it'd be somebody next week, and they'll stop talking about him, his songs will stop being played in 2 weeks, and life goes on. So they got to realize that, like, world don't stop, man.
It doesn't.
Doesn't stop.
So, Fresh Breezy, how did you feel when the Queen died?
Oh, I didn't feel no way. I mean, she lived a long life.
Long time. That's a long.
She lived a long time.
I don't think she wanted her son to be king.
Probably not. I don't know. I just don't get certain people like just taking it like that. Like especially like
Pamela. Hold up, real quick, Pamela. So just so you know, Pamela, it is not our anniversary. It's just my anniversary.
This is another one.
nothing to do with Fresh Breezy. He has nothing to do with this anniversary. It's just mine.
Nothing.
And
Pamela, don't feel bad. I got text messages, calls, inboxes about happy anniversary. So
I fooled y'all. All I said is, do you know what today is? It's my anniversary. I didn't say our, but yes, Pamela. So it's my YouTube anniversary. So this and yes, Breezy.
Nah, I told her, she was like, "He ain't pull about." I said that.
Drado.
It was real.
Drado, you know you alive.
What up, though?
Hey,
nephew, what up, baby?
What's going on?
Happy anniversary.
Yeah.
To you.
Do you know what today is? Okay.
Stick to rapping.
Don't do that. Don't hurt my feeling like that.
Drado.
How y'all doing, though?
Those of you that don't know, this is Drado Streets. This my nephew right here, and he is that voice of the Fresh Perspective theme song, y'all. So y'all gotta give it up. He gotta come do an interview with me soon.
And that's that on that.
Then that's that on that. Look.
I did that on that. You heard me?
Oh no, I got it. I still got it on the computer.
You seen them nails in there? She in there. She in here somewhere. How y'all doing though? What's going on?
None. We just in here talking, catching up, because I've been slacking. I ain't been doing shows on a regular basis, so I always got to catch up on a million things that's going on in the world. So we just finished talking about PNB Rock.
Yeah, that's a sad situation right there.
Yes, it's ridiculous, is what it is. Like you just my heart hurts for these young men.
Yeah, but in that game, when you playing in that game, you just got to move accordingly. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I say. I was like, yo, you got to be accountable. Like, you got to know when to protect yourself, when to not be in certain places. Not like this. A whole, everybody get image consultants, right? They get people to write speeches for them. They get people, publicists. They get all these people to help you with these different parts of your life so that you can portray yourself as this well-rounded, well put together person.
Individual, yeah.
Right. So you got to put that same type of care into protecting yourself.
Facts. That should come first. You know what I'm saying? Like just being who we are. You know what I'm saying? Just getting it out of the mud from how we coming from. We on another person's territory. If you picking up my drift, I don't really want to get too deep into that.
No.
But
Yeah.
you know what I'm
Check
saying?
in,
Like
nigga, check in.
it's survival of the fittest. You know what I'm saying? Mobb Deep said it best. You know what's going on? Like that shit real. Like so, protection is first and foremost for family, for love, for you. You know what I mean? Like shit, that's you got to lock in on that first. So
Absolutely. Definitely got to be some accountability. Like that's just first and foremost, like bad area, no security, dozens of chains on. You got your woman with you. And I think he had like a bomb ass car. I don't know what he was driving, but it was a nice car. So
look, Big U said it best. He was like, you know what I'm saying? I love that brother and respects his family and everything, but you was just in a bad area, bro. Like it don't matter who you was. You could be the president of the United States. You could be the Pope. Your ass at Roscoe's Chicken and Waffles in South Central LA. This is a high gang activity area. Your ass is on the plate. I don't give a fuck who you with.
It's a possibility they didn't even know who he was. Somebody could just be like, yo, somebody in here, you know, with jewelry on, it's the lick, and they just came up in there.
Games wrote about one of his songs too.
What?
Roscoe's in South Central LA.
It's just, you know, it's just protection. Everybody move around how they move around. It's motherfuckers is moving on the same Richter scale or a bigger Richter scale the same way. It's just you gotta protect yourself. Shit.
You gotta protect yourself. That was the first thing I said. I was like, this is ridiculous. Why are people not learning? Keeps happening the same way.
Right, the same shit.
The same
over
way.
and over. It's crazy.
Either you beefing with somebody and they come back and get you, or you somewhere and you get robbed. Like what? It's the same scenario every time. Why isn't anybody doing anything different? They think it can't happen to them.
And what you said is important too, though. What you said was important.
Said the other day he never been robbed. I ain't never been robbed. I'm not saying it can't happen, but it ain't never happened to me. 2 weeks later, he's dead.
But you said something important, and people got to realize his girl was with him. Like, you really gonna do that too? She could have got killed. And then people talking about she set him up. Y'all wilding with that. She could have got killed.
Yeah.
You know, motherfuckers don't care these days. I'm gonna shoot her too.
Like no witnesses. Like we ain't leaving.
Right. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, that shit weird.
You know, so like you said, you gotta move carefully, man. Then you got your woman with you. Like, come on, bro. For what?
One thing I will say though, and just speaking, you know what I'm saying, from personally like living in that world, I can say that shit was personal.
Oh yeah, it was something behind it. I agree with you. It wasn't about no robbery.
Whatever endeavors he was endowing in, them motherfuckers.
The way they shot that boy up, yeah, that wasn't no robbery.
That shit was personal. You know what I'm saying?
That's the last thing a robber want to do is have to shoot you. He want to rob you and get the hell on.
Yeah,
so it was definitely personal. You're right about that.
Definitely wasn't a robbery.
Yeah, that's just that on that though.
That's just that on that. Yeah. But
yo, where plug your shit, nephew. Where people can hear your shit at?
Right now, everything under construction, man. I'm in the workings with some shit, so.
But y'all can follow him on Instagram at Drado Hefner. Hefner HEFNER. Music is coming soon. It will be uploaded to a YouTube channel on Instagram, SoundCloud, iTunes, all that.
Yeah.
You see that, nephew? You got a secretary too. You gotta keep a secretary, baby.
Nah, I was finna break it down.
That's what I'm talking about. She plugged that thing like a professional.
Hey, listen. High five.
Yeah,
hey, nah, for real.
We gonna see y'all on Thanksgiving though.
Okay, yeah.
Okay.
That's that on that.
That's just that on that.
That's just that on that.
This is a good anniversary. I almost didn't acknowledge it, but I felt like I needed to because this marked, something special for me. This was the debut of my YouTube journey. So even though Fresh Perspective isn't due for celebration until May of next year, I made my debut on YouTube today.
It's still an accolade though. That's what we celebrating. It's still an accolade. So we got an accomplishment.
Yeah, and shout out to Roz girl, because she definitely was an intricate part in this,
Absolutely.
this
Couldn't have
journey.
did it.
So
Couldn't
much
have did
love
it
to
without.
you. Peace to you, sis.
Yep. Shout out to Rise and Fresh.
Yes,
Shout out to
yes,
Roz.
yes.
All right.
Harlem girl is being Harlem girl. So what were y'all doing at the moment that y'all found out that the queen was dead?
I was in bed. No, I wasn't. I
doing
was
some
working,
breaks.
and one of my customers had told me about it.
Did you
But
think Queen of England, or did you think like, oh my God, Tina Turner, Mary J. Blige, Beyonce? You thought about like one of our queens, right?
Beyonce, yeah.
Yeah, crazy.
I seen that all over Instagram. The girl was like, oh my God, the queen died. She was like, what, Beyonce? She was like, no. Angela Bassett, no. Mary J. Blige, no. Tina Turner, no. I mean, she was naming every black what was the other it was somebody else real big, but they was naming all the black women.
But that should have been a reaction. I don't American that ain't American business. That ain't
It's really not.
No one gives a fuck.
Basic.
Damn, y'all. Okay, y'all.
Another old white lady passed away. She fine.
That was
No,
that.
I mean she lived a long
She
life.
lived a hell of a life, yo. I think
Man,
she
come
lived
on. She
life
lived a
out of being
long
stubborn.
motherfucking life.
I think she lived that long being stubborn. Honestly.
Probably she ain't want to get that thrown up.
Don't fuck with Charles.
Word was
She was
She
close.
ran
he about to
the
die.
He
the
looked like he
grandson
about
of what's
to
the
die
name
too.
the hell
That's
out of England. They doing interviews
I think
with
she was
Gayle
trying to
King.
outlive Charles because she was supposed to be passing it to William.
Well, Charles about to be right there with her soon. So
Yeah, I give him
The Charles
he about
Charles
to be
on deck.
4 or 5 years. He about to have like one of the
He on
shortest
deck.
reigns. He about to have like one of the shortest reigns. And y'all know I be all about that British shit because I always liked this stuff back in the day. Like him.
Is Charles
80
years old? Pamela said he's like 80.
He is. She was 96.
He like 80 for real?
Oh, he got to be in his late 70s.
Wow, that's crazy.
She was 96.
Yeah. He got to be close to 80. Wow, yeah. He'll have a short reign.
What happened? Y'all screen black.
Oh no, I'm sorry. I gotta check on my kids. We got cameras and stuff.
Oh my babies.
Everybody is sick. Too.
You know she studied at Quantico.
Shut up.
So how many of you guys are familiar with the Safety Act that was that is going to go into effect in Illinois come January 1? Is anybody familiar with the Safety Act? Did you hear about that?
It's basically like a purge, right?
No. Well, that's what people.
It's gonna be. Believe me.
That is the no. I think
my thing is, I'm sure. The Coast Guard, right? Coast Guard. That's who does it. They're gonna call them. That's gonna go crazy out there. How they doing that?
Call who? They're gonna call who?
Reinforcements.
Okay, so there's a lot of misunderstanding about what the Safety Act is, and I think that they've been working very hard to try to debunk some of what people are saying this act is. So the safety, which is like SAF, whatever, however you spell it, but like a dash and then T. So it's SAFE-T, safe T, and it stands for Safety, Accountability, Fairness, and Equality Today Act. And so basically, everybody keeps saying that this is a purge law. Like they're gonna let all these second-degree murderers, people who commit like burglaries, assault, and things like that, they are gonna just be let out of prison because they're canceling bail. And that is not quite what it's about. The law's intention is actually good. The intent is good. Now, with any law that our government tends to put out there from time to time, it doesn't go right. But I believe the intent is there. So basically, what they're trying to do is they are trying to get rid of cash bail. So what that means is people who commit lesser crimes. So not the first degree murderers, not the rapist, not the vehicular manslaughter people, like second degree, which is accident in the commission of a crime, possibly things like that. Like it's not intent to murder, petty theft, drug charges, things like that, burglary, like things that are considered on a lower scale. Those type of crimes, this particular law is being put into place to prevent people from sitting in jail on these lower charges, waiting for like pretrial. So they're trying to get rid of pretrial bail. So say for instance, like Sandra Bland. Sandra Bland went to jail and died in jail, right? She sat in jail because she didn't have $500 to get out.
Right.
So what this law is putting into place is so that not that police can't arrest people, but they don't want to have police arrest people and they be detained and made to sit for 2 years, 3 years, 4 years in order to see the judge. Like this is, for one, killing taxpayers. The states can't afford it. Private jails make money from shit like this, but it's actually a problem for a lot of the states. So of course they pick one of the worst crime-filled places to implement it.
That's what makes it look like it's something, because Illinois.
Right, that's because the media,
and the media, right?
Social media, and then people with lack of understanding and not willing to actually do the research. They're not reading about it for real. They're just taking it from like third-party places, people telling them about it, and then tack it on the purge law. Like, so it's not saying that police can't arrest people, and it's not saying that everybody that's sitting in jail is gonna be let out. What it is saying is that they're trying to create a system where, one, we're not just throwing any and everybody in jail on like petty crimes, and that people aren't sitting in jail eating up taxpayers' money on crimes that they would get out, but they just can't bail out. So if you don't have $1,000 to get out and you're innocent, you're just sitting in there. Like they're trying to eliminate things like that. Now
I get that, but from what I understand, I believe I heard was that, and this is like a news thing.
It's like what?
This was like, I heard it like on the news, that they won't, like the police won't come get people. Like if somebody, like say if you have a shed in your backyard, and someone just starts living in there, they won't come there to throw that person out. It's up to you to get them out. Okay, that's not true.
Yeah, it's not true. So this law is not telling police that they cannot arrest people. It's not. It's telling them. It's more so after that process. So it's the detaining part. So yes, police can use their judgment based on whether or not someone can be arrested for certain crimes, because they're not going to be detained anyway, depending on what it is. But there are what's the word? There are exceptions. So they're not gonna let you won't be a person that will qualify to have their cash bail revoked if, say for instance, you might have committed second degree murder, but you're flight risk, or you are on probation.
So it's either we letting you go, you're gonna get a ROR, that's what they call them in New York.
So it's not,
or you're gonna stay, one or the other.
Right. So you still have to go to court. It's just eliminating cash bond. You know how somebody get arrested, they might be able to get a signature bond or something.
That's what I'm saying. So it's either you getting you're
either gonna be in there
or you're just gonna sit.
Yeah, you're either gonna sit until court, and you have to sit and wait for court if you are violating your parole or probation.
Oh.
So if you are on probation.
So hey, hold up. One question before you get into this. I'm sure it's for a lot of fellas want to know. How does that? how does child support is affected by that? They're gonna be locking niggas up for child support. Still
That's a good fucking question.
For 30 fucking days.
No, real talk.
I never went through it. I'm just asking.
Yeah, no, but that's a good question. That is a very good question because if you think about it, it does fall under categories of like those type of offenses that are not, like harming people.
Right.
So that's a good question. I'll have to.
Which has been going on for years. Niggas be getting locked up, which I never understood. You get the dude locked up. You get your baby daddy locked up. He wasn't paying his support anyway. Now he really can't. Like what sense?
Yeah, Pamela. Yeah, for real.
What does that make?
Because what they're finding is that you arrest these people. A lot of like drug offenses. It is for the lesser crimes. It's not for the hardcore crimes, right? So people are sitting, they would get out anyway. They're not sitting in there because they're denied, Lord have mercy. They're denied bail or they're denied,
they can't afford to pay $200 to get out.
Right. So it's just a way of,
and
it's not a terrible idea because I do believe that a lot of us African Americans, in the research I was doing on this, it was a lot of African American politicians and people supporting this law because it keeps a lot of us from sitting in jail on crimes that either one, we didn't do, or two, we simply don't have the bail money to get out. And that's why a lot of people are sitting.
And I'm sure, because I'm thinking like if it's somebody that if you get caught for robbery or whatever, they'll let you go. But if you done did it like 6 times, I'm sure they'll keep you.
Yes, so that's
what I'm saying.
It's done based on.
It makes sense.
Yeah, it's done based on like your record,
right?
Are a repetitive offender.
If you're a habitual offender,
if you're a habitual offender, if you again are a flight risk, so they feel like you're gonna grab that passport and you're gonna get the hell on,
right?
You know what I mean? Or if you violate your parole or probation, so there are things put into place to try to make it not be taken advantage of. But I think a lot of the misconception with people putting it in there with the purge law, like that is making it look so much more negative than what I believe the intent is. And if you look at it, what ends up happening is like Kansas was actually one of the first states to actually come forward and say, we cannot afford to keep putting people in jail. Like it's ridiculous. Like it's some of the offenses that people are going
especially
to jail
for nonsense, right?
Right. It's ridiculous. So this law protects those people who are potentially sitting in there on crimes that they would otherwise be able to get out on bail for. So that's what the suspension of.
I mean, you can't be mad at that because that probably affects a lot of families.
Something that we've been fighting for a long time, and it's finally happening. And now they're making it look so negative. So I wanted to bring a little bit of awareness to it because you understood it just how most people understood it.
Right.
You know what I mean? And it was funny because Carla actually showed it to me and she was like, you heard how in Chicago and Illinois, they about to let all these people out of jail. And I was like, that don't make sense. So I started like reading it. And I was like, no, this means something else. I couldn't quite figure out what it meant, but I knew it meant something else because the purge law, that would be insane for them to do in Illinois.
Right. That's what I was like, shit. But the worst thing about it, what I was thinking, maybe selfish me, I was like, that's gonna make all them Chicago niggas start going all over the country. Like y'all stay in Chicago.
Right.
That's what y'all do. Don't start going because it reminds me of like, remember when we both lived in Atlanta then when Katrina happened.
Yeah.
And that influx of them New Orleans, no disrespect to New Orleans people. I love y'all.
It was bad,
but the worst of them New Orleans people just happened to end up in fucking Atlanta. And it was crazy out there. So, yeah. But you made a lot of sense. You taught me something today with the Illinois thing. So.
Yeah. And so, it could be hit or miss. You know what I mean? It's going to be sometime.
Like you said, the intent.
They want to be able to get.
Yeah, the intent sounds good.
The intent sounds good. And somebody put the warrant gonna put them right back in jail, and it may very well. But at that point, you can't say that you were treated unfair.
Right.
At this point, everything is completely on you.
Right.
There are plenty of people who get arrested wrongfully. I mean, y'all have to look at this on the scale.
Yeah.
Look at it
even for something frivolous, like you said, they can't afford to get out. That affects your whole family because
it is not going to be.
If he's the breadwinner, the person bringing in the money, he locked up for some dumb shit. They already can't make bills, so he can't get a bill. Now that's
right, and
he lost his job, all that shit for some dumb shit.
They say that most people that go into the criminal justice system, even if in there for 48
motherfuckers
hours,
be locked up for tickets, for traffic tickets.
Right. You can't.
Because they can't pay them. That's crazy.
You can't pay them. So they're eliminating that. So these people would have gotten out anyway if they had the money.
If they had the money, right.
And if you think about it, some of the worst criminals bail out.
Yeah.
So we're not even allowing them to be able to do it. Some of the worst criminals bail out. So I mean,
that's a fact.
Even for the little people, the little people. So for what for what they want to do, I get it. I just hope that it is not abused, that it's done properly. That the police uphold what they're supposed to. And the judicial system upholds what they're supposed to. It was something else I was going to say. Oh, yeah. So basically, like a lot of these states, they can't afford to keep putting people in jail.
And I really suspect like the smaller states probably killing them. Some states don't have that type of income. They don't have
Kansas was one of the first one to say we can't afford to keep doing this. Like we got to give.
They don't have that type of
who's making the money
in the state.
Who's making the money, right? All the private jails.
Oh yeah, that's why they're going up everywhere.
All right, hold on. We got somebody in the back. Let me see. Hello, Truth.
Hey, what's up, y'all? How y'all doing?
Fine. How are you?
I'm well. Can you hear me clear, or do I have feedback?
Oh no, actually, I can hear you very clearly.
All right. I just figured I wanted to kind of join in on the conversation y'all was having.
Okay.
Especially about the bill that's going on in Illinois.
Mm-hmm.
Are you in Illinois?
No, I'm in Virginia.
Oh, Virginia. Okay.
Yeah, but I feel like, me personally, I don't really feel like it's a good thing. And I can see how people can see. I can see both sides of the spectrum. Like I can see how it is a good thing, and that's something that like it's kind of like reform in a sense, especially like when it comes to like the penal system and court systems and stuff like that. But if you really think about it, it's almost like a setup, right? Like it wouldn't exactly be like the purge. It wouldn't be as extreme, but think about it. Let that go for a few years and it will eventually get that way, especially because they're talking about doing this in major cities. That same bill, they're talking about doing it in other states that have big cities like New York, California. The next one they talking about is Louisiana.
I heard
so
it's New York
it's
and LA.
Exactly. And those, when you think of places like that, those are like highly populated, well condensed areas. So think about 200 people out there on a crime spree robbing. Like, let's say it's your first time. Let's say you're like, hey, they passed this bill to where they're not gonna incarcerate me. I'm gonna try my hand. I'm gonna go commit an armed robbery knowing that I won't go to jail, but I'll have a court date. Now picture 200 people doing that, right? That's a lot of madness, and that's just only 200 people. Now picture 200 people doing that, and then 100 people thinking, "Hey, I got a grudge on a coworker," your typical blue collar people, and I'm gonna go run them over with my car. And in the bill, it says that they are not to lock anyone up unless the police deem that they're a danger to society. And they have to have proof, some sort of substantial proof showing or reason that you're like, okay, you just ran somebody over, but we need to prove why you're a danger to everyone else. You get what I'm saying? So it's a little
That's
bit
crazy.
more in that bill than just it's a setup, especially because it's going to be affecting major urban areas like cities. It's not really going to trickle to like the suburbs, like, where I live at and stuff. It's going to be in certain areas, right? Because they pretty much want the people to pick themselves off. Like, they couldn't do it when they was making people wear masks. Like, you would think that people would be like, hey, since I could wear a mask, I'm gonna go commit a crime. But people wasn't doing that. Their focal point was avoiding getting sick. So the powers that be are ushering, now they're giving you the okay. Now they're, they got their hand on your back like you're a baby and pushing you along in the daycare. Like, go ahead now. We pave it away for you. You can get away with it. Just think about what that's going to do to people. Think about when George Floyd happened and when people were protesting, right? But what were most people doing? They were going into Walmart, going into Targets. They were robbing places. They were taking TVs and stuff like that. They used that traumatizing event as a way to get self-gain. So what do you think is going to happen when people realize, hey, yeah, we've been asking for this. Don't lock us up for doing foul stuff. What do you think's going to happen?
You make a really good argument on that. No, that makes a lot of sense. Because like I was saying, there's always going to be people that's going to abuse it. Like, they're going to find let me tell you something. People, you can't put nothing past people. People find a way to abuse everything they're given. They could be given a win, something that's going to give them something in the end, and they will find a way to abuse it. That's what happened with the PPP loans, right?
Yep.
The PPP loan. Now, people had to find a way to defraud the system, and now guess what? The government coming to get their asses. So you're absolutely right.
They locking people up and auditing people.
I didn't look at it. Yeah, I didn't look at it from the perspective of people like actually trying their hand at it. Like, you know what I mean? Like saying, well, if I'm not gonna get arrested for this, or if I'm not gonna, have to sit in jail.
He makes a good point with that.
Yeah, that makes a very,
and you know what?
very good point.
Just like in the case with this PNB thing. Okay, he's going to try a robbery, but a lot of times robbery end up to a murder. You know what I mean? So I don't know. I don't know. I'm on the fence with that.
Yeah, well, that person,
because you made a good point, and he made some great points too.
Point.
So, and like you said, I mean, it's always going to be a bad apple in a bunch. So
that's true.
What's your name, brother? What's your name?
My name's Hassan.
Hassan, okay. Salute to you, Hassan.
Elijah, let me get this charger.
You was over at ATG and Murph's yesterday, right?
Yep.
Oh, okay.
I saw you. That was a really good show. But no, you made an excellent point. I didn't think about the people who were gonna take, like, I did think about people taking advantage of it, but I didn't think of it from that aspect of, just somebody who might not have normally tried their hand at crime.
That's true.
Looking at this as a way to be like, okay, well, normally I wouldn't, get picked up for dipping into somebody's open window or something.
Right.
Let me try it anyway, and I at least get to come out my first go round.
And then think about it like this: you're gonna have a bunch of people, and I'm not a psychic or nothing. I'm not trying to predict the future, but when these people do certain things, I like to pay attention because they're not doing it because they care about us. You know what I'm saying? It's always something behind it, like it's chess. You know what I'm saying? So they'll let you take a pond or a horse or a knight, whatever, and they're coming for bigger pieces. So it's like,
It's like
think
they
about it
dangled that
like,
PPP loan in front of everybody.
Right.
yeah,
Just dangled it. And
exactly.
everybody, now look. Huh? You're right. You're right.
The thing about out of towners, like some people are gonna get a whiff of this because you, all right, prime example, look how on YouTube you could put videos about a certain environment and people who aren't even in that environment, who aren't from that environment, can know all about that environment via videos that are being posted. So if, let's, for instance, if you want to know where to get your drugs off or where to get drugs, you can hop on YouTube and type in certain hot spots and all videos will pop up, and then you'll know that you could go there, do this. So example leading that has to do with this one. People who know that in a certain area they could commit a crime and get away with it, they're gonna go to that area. So like if I live in Virginia and I know Virginia's gonna give me life in prison for attempted armed robbery, no, I'm just gonna go to
North Carolina.
exactly.
You gonna go to
Exactly.
That's the worst crime ridden city in the country.
Where's that?
Chicago.
Oh, Chicago.
So now you're gonna have you have the potential. I'm gonna say potential because I always like to believe in the good of people, but I know better. You have the potential influx of crime to that area because they can't. It's not everywhere, so you can't get away with it in Missouri. You can't get away with it in Indiana. You can't get away with it in Kansas. So what do? You go to Illinois, where they have these parameters set up, and worst case scenario, you get pinched. You get to walk to your court date. And see,
there's plenty of people on this planet, and we all seen that don't give a fuck, and that's cool with them. Oh, that's a lick for them.
Yeah. No, you're right. That I appreciate you coming up and giving that perspective because, you know, I knew it wasn't what people were making it out to be. Like I still don't look at it quite as like the purge law, but you know, like the purge. It's still, I think, a ways off from that, but I definitely understand it creating, you know, more havoc in places where it really doesn't need it. Like Chicago it's the last place that need that.
Yeah, exactly. And it makes you ask yourself like, man, if I was a politician who really cared about the people, you know, like truly deep down in my heart, would one of my first goal be to like pretty much, what's the word? Like you like it's like when you aid people in doing something that's going to eventually lead to their own demise. It's you know, they always say when it comes to like they mention this word like with people who are in recovery and stuff like that.
Enabler.
Enabler. Exactly. You know, that's what they're doing, and it makes you wonder. Like here we are. These people make six figures and stuff like that. You know, and they're talking about like what they're talking about is going to pertain to the impoverished population. Let's just say that. You know what I'm saying? Because the average rich person isn't committing no robbery.
Let me ask you this, because I do believe that some of the offenses that they have included, like aggravated battery, you know, different things like that. Like that is still assaulting people, hurting and harming people. How can this be? Like, if they had to revise it, would this law be good for the real, like, petty crimes? Like, I don't feel like people with drug addictions need to be in jail.
No.
Right?
Unless they need something else. If it's violent, yeah.
Right. So there needs to be a stipulation, like where it's harming other people.
Right.
Like, because there are many people sitting in jail who can't bail out for small offenses. So how do we bring justice for people like that? Like, I feel like the attempt at this law makes sense, but maybe they're including crimes that shouldn't be included.
Exactly. It's like it's for me, it's a way of pleasing the people, but still damning the people at the same time. So, for instance, instead of us making a bill that says, "Hey, this is for the nonviolent, any nonviolent, crime where somebody doesn't get hurt, whatever, we're not gonna take you to jail. We're just gonna issue you a notice
I
to go
don't
to
agree with that.
court
I
or
don't.
whatever." Listen, wait 1 second, and yeah, like that would be kind of, but see, what they're doing is they're not doing that. They're basically making it worse. They're basically saying, yeah, we're gonna do a bill reform. Well, you know what, I tell you what, we're just gonna let everything go. Like, part of that bill is DUI. Like, if you're driving intoxicated and you kill somebody, they can't lock you up for it. Like, come on.
That's what I'm saying. It needs to be
A
a case
mom
on
with
case
5
thing.
kids gets hit
Right. It
sitting
gotta
at a
be
light.
a case. Every case needs to be treated differently because, like you said, it could be nonviolent. It could be somebody just always fucking stealing.
Yeah,
Always
that's
fucking
like a
stealing.
second
Always
degree
stealing. Somebody always
involuntary
drunk, driving
manslaughter
drunk.
charge,
Like you
but I
said,
definitely think you
it
should
needs to be a
be
case
held
by
for that.
case thing. No, if
Well,
they
it,
do
it
that type of
technically it
law.
is still it still would be case by case because they have to look at that person,
Right, your
and see,
background,
right.
everything.
I
If
just
you're
think that a
homeless,
lot
sad to
of the
say, if you're
offenses,
homeless, you know what I
yeah,
mean?
a lot of the
Because
offenses that they're
you're gonna go
including
back in
are
the
they
city and
shouldn't
do
be
more
included.
shit because you're homeless. So it need to be a case by case basis as far as with that law.
But you know what? If they're doing it in heavily populated like areas,
I know where you're going,
they're
brother.
not
I
gonna
already
really
know where you're going.
they're not even gonna take the time to deal
Right.
with people on a case by
You're right.
case basis.
You're right.
You know?
Yep. You're right.
You know how that go.
Yep.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm gonna
Like,
do
I
some
never thought
research
I would
on it
ever see
because
anything like that before. I mean, and that's not even in my state, but you already know when they do
you
stuff in
know it.
one state, it's only a matter of time before it trickles throughout the spider web.
That's right.
That's true.
Yeah, I'm gonna do some research on it because it's now I'm
So
really
they
intrigued
definitely,
about
I
that.
think that they definitely can do some revisions to it. Like I said, I was looking at it on the aspect of the lesser crimes, the people who are sitting in there, the Sandra Bland's, the people who are sitting in jail, for a $500 bond
Yeah,
bail.
what was that other boy
Like,
on
it's
Rikers Island who
ridiculous.
wound up killing himself?
Yeah, the guy in Rikers Island. Like,
Yeah.
it's too many
Right,
people
right.
that's sitting in
Yeah,
jail for
that's true.
petty. Like, but they're gonna have. I agree with you 100%. Like, it needs to be the true petty crimes. The you got 6 parking tickets and then they arrest you. You know what I mean? Like shit like that. Not stuff that you in the commission of a crime and somebody gets hurt. You only get charged second degree. That
Or
and
even even
that's
people
not
that break into people's houses. If you got like 5 or 6 of those, no, they need to keep your ass.
Well, they would.
You don't.
In
Yeah,
that
you don't need
aspect,
to be
if
running
they
around.
had
Man.
if they have 5 or 6, so they look at it like if you are a repeat
Yeah,
offender,
and then if you have a
yeah.
history of it, keep
But
them too.
I think you should have to sit. If you are bold enough to go into somebody's house,
Man.
especially with a gun, you should be able to sit somewhere for a while and think about.
I'm not even talking about a gun. I'm talking about how these little kids be kicking in people's doors and
Look,
robbing
listen,
them.
this thing says kidnapping.
They PlayStations.
Yeah,
Keep them little
kidnapping.
niggas
Like, how
too,
the hell?
because it's going to lead
They
up
they
to
said
something worse. Keep them too.
they said kid. So check the climate of the world already. Like the temperature. Kids are like getting kidnapped every
Left
day.
and right.
Like every day. So here they go passing a bill to where if you kidnap, now of course one
So
could
no,
say
does that
that,
mean
oh
no more
no, it
Amber
was
Alert?
huh?
Does that mean no more Amber Alert?
I wonder.
Who passed that bill?
No, I'm just asking.
Hold on, let
Because
him finish because
kidnapping is on the
he
list.
lost me with that right
He
there.
said kidnapping is on the list as well.
Yeah, it's on the list.
It's on the
Yeah.
list.
You kidding me?
Yeah, arson, burglary, drug-induced homicide, intimidation, robbery, second-degree murder, threatening a public official, aggravated battery, aggravated DUI, aggravated fleeing. are all non-detainable offenses.
Oh my God! Wow.
As of
That's a purge.
January 2023.
That's a goddamn purge.
It's not a purge. Don't
Man,
say
listen, you letting them people out there do that shit that he just said? First of all, there's a setup because a kidnapper. Man, listen, man.
Exactly. You let a kidnapper get away.
They get caught and they walk around on the street. You know what's going to happen to them if they kidnap my kid? Come on, man.
Right.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
Yeah, a lot. All those offenses he just read.
That's nuts.
The crazy thing is that like they're not even like for you to add crimes like that. Like those are not considered petty crimes. Those are not considered lesser crimes. Like those are still serious crimes.
Now, Lady Fresh, Miss Lady Fresh, do you understand what I'm saying now? Do y'all get what I'm saying? It's a setup.
Bro,
the minute you said it, I got it.
Could you say that list one more time? Because when you said could you say it one more time?
Aggravated battery, aggravated DUI, aggravated fleeing, arson, burglary, drug-induced homicide, intimidation, kidnapping, robbery, second-degree murder, threatening a public official.
Wow,
they could keep that one.
That is crazy.
After being charged with the crimes listed, those arrested would be released without bail, pending a court date. So it would just basically be here. You got caught for this, all right? Yeah, people get years for arson.
Hell yeah.
Think about it.
Wow.
How many people gonna go commit insurance fraud now and burn their home down and get that check knowing they're not gonna go to jail if they possibly, you know what I'm saying? How many?
Wow, that's crazy. Wow.
If they're not trying to push it to be the purge, listen, they might not be saying it's the purge because it's like literally only one state right now. But as we all know, it's only a matter of time before it trickles to other states. And on top of that, they don't literally have to say the purge.
Wow.
They already pushing it for other states because it saves them money.
Save money. Yeah, that's the bottom line whenever it comes down to everything.
Prison is big business. Jail is big business. You hear me?
And like you said, the private companies is the ones making the money off of it.
The private jails.
Right. So the state could give a damn about that.
They're using the justification that these people would be eligible to bail out anyway. But
and the state get money for sending them to prisoners anyway. So we send them to prisoners, we get the money for that. We ain't gotta house them. Yeah, that makes sense. Let's write this little law and
Yeah, wreaking havoc on the taxpayers.
Right. And then this the crazy part. On top of that, mind you, don't forget the other laws that they're passing in places, and I forgot, but it's that where you could carry a gun, like as long as you're not a felon, you could go get a gun. Do you see the steps that they're taking to make this? It's
look, more people then the people who defending themselves, killing these people who's robbing them and stuff. They're gonna be the ones going to jail.
Yep.
Because they blew these people away. Because now that's first degree murder, huh? Yeah.
But meanwhile, this motherfucker was let out for assault 3 times or some dumb shit for vehicular homicide. They
don't get that many chances, but one chance might be. If you can't bail out, then you got to sit, and we might be preventing another crime.
Like he said, a lot of people gonna take advantage of it, especially them young knuckleheads in Chicago. Oh man, you rob this dude, they ain't gonna even keep you. They gonna let you go.
Yeah.
So they just throwing gas on the damn fire with that.
They probably figured like, listen, we don't have enough police who really want to police this area and put their lives on the line. So let them, they probably figure, let the community within the community kill itself by allowing certain things. And police, y'all just make sure like they're not a threat to, you know, grandma out on the outskirts of, you know, these cities. Because I mean, the bill is for Illinois, but we know who it's for.
It's for Chicago, right?
You know what I'm saying? But then think about it. People in Chicago can migrate outside of Chicago and start going to those people's houses.
That's what I said. That's what I said.
Exactly.
It might sound selfish, but please, all y'all Chicago dudes that do that shit, stay in Chicago. Don't start migrating all over the damn place. We don't want that shit out here.
But that might be what happens, and that's what they want.
Yeah. That's just what I said. That's gonna hopefully that don't make them going all over the damn country with that shit.
It only takes one time to release those people for them to act up. Because I mean, once you become habitual at it, they're not gonna let you keep doing it.
But first of all, when people that do that type of shit, they did it 100 times before they got caught the first time.
Right.
Yep.
So
that's why I said even that one time is one time.
Right. And then that one time they let you go, but you done did it 100 times already. Like that shit is crazy.
Yeah. So I definitely can see it from that perspective. Like it still sucks for the people who get caught up in bad situations where they really shouldn't be sitting in there. But if you're looking at it in terms of the masses, like I said in the beginning, like it's always a way for this to go wrong. They never make a law for us that is going to protect us the way that they claim it's going to. Like it just doesn't.
But that don't matter anyway. It's always somebody that's gonna fuck this shit up.
It's always gonna be fucked
always
up because
somebody.
people find a way to take advantage of any situation. Criminals gonna be criminals.
And they did say, you know, like you said, you know, Fresh, that they are going to release people. They said they are going to release people, but it's going to be like people that have, I guess, charges pertaining to those same offenses that they said people, you know, it's kind of like when they made marijuana legal in certain places. So after, you know, they went back so many few years inside the penal system and let individuals go who had marijuana charges because now it was legal. So depending on your type, as long as you wasn't a kingpin, you know. But
they gotta sort through all those people because everyone's not gonna be eligible to be released. Like there's still gonna be certain, you know, because they even said they don't know exactly how they're gonna process the people that are sitting in jail right now on a lot of this stuff. So
I can tell you, I could tell you who I think they opening up those beds for, but you know that's a whole nother conversation that a lot of individuals don't really want to go down. So you know, but everything they do is for a reason. It's not just for.
It's not
it's
just
always.
It's something behind everything. Politics. It's all politics. At the end of the day, it is. It's all politics. It's something. There's a greater agenda.
Exactly.
No, you are absolutely right. Everything you broke down made 100% sense. You know,
I'm glad he pulled up because, like I said, I was feeling a certain way, and what you told me made sense. And when he pulled up,
because that is what the law's intention is.
And
you
that's
know what I mean?
And
I still don't look at it like I said. I just don't. I don't look at it still as a purge per se, but I definitely can understand, like, you know,
what can happen,
like what can happen, right? But that is not what the law was written for. But I get it, especially for us. Like we see it because this is our everyday people. We know a motherfucker in our life right now that will take advantage of a situation like this. Everybody knows somebody. Ray, Tutu, Mookie, somebody down the block that we know. Oh shit.
John.
Yeah, don't go have it. You know, somewhere with a law like this. In Chicago, that is like.
And think about and just to put something else into perspective, like think about what they're doing right now. Like you hear a lot of politicians, authority figures, and people talking about, the food prices going up, the food this. I mean, and we know they went up. Like, yes, gas has gone down in certain places, but it still remains the same in some places. And then on top of that, food has gone up. The price for a lot of products and stuff has gone up. So think about when it really gets bad. Think about that pressure on the people who are like, we're already trying to, like, feed our families and stuff, and there's going to be people who are in a exactly, and they're going to see this as an opportunity, like, hey, I got to feed my family and I can't even go to the store because now, like, look at what's really going on. They talking about
So
changing the currency to
is
in
Illinois the only
December.
state that has that law currently?
Right now, it starts.
It is?
Yeah,
Wow.
January
they
1st.
talking about
They the
Louisiana
prototype
now.
right now, huh?
They doing all the bad cities, like the states
Yeah.
that
So,
have
but
the
Illinois
worst
is the
inner city crime.
only
Right
one
now,
right now. Okay.
they're
Yeah.
the only ones that is supposed to be effective January 1st. Now we have plenty of time because
Oh
we
yeah.
have,
By the first,
there's
it'll be 3-4
elections.
more states
Yeah,
on
there's
that.
elections in November. You get the right people in place, this law can take effect somewhere else. Like it's already being looked at by multiple states. And what's so
Yeah.
crazy is when I was watching, I think it was like Roland Martin or something. He had these guys on there, and he was saying how they took they had I think it was 9 hearings and 30 hours. And I was like, 30 hours is not really a lot to put into creating the right bill. That's
30 hours?
30 hours and 9 hearings to put a bill of such stature.
That tells me that was already bought and paid for then.
Yep.
30 hours?
The nine hearings part was just something for the public to know to ease our minds per se, but they already had that in the making. It already had that agreed upon. Like, believe it wasn't just something they thought about. Like, it was like, hey, all right, we need to have a couple of meetings about this. Nah, they've been talking about it. And to the news, the media projecting what's going on. They had 9 meetings, and then like you said, within 30 hours.
30 hours,
nothing.
That's a day. That's a day in 6 hours.
Same, the full work week.
Right. That's a
And
day.
most of those hours they slept. So, like, really, how long were y'all talking to each other? For 30 minutes? And y'all had lunch for 30 minutes to an hour. So make sure you take that off. So how long did y'all really spend time to talk about
Happy
something?
hour. Don't forget happy hour.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's funny as shit. Man.
That's crazy. What else did I miss this week, y'all?
It was something I wanted to add.
NBA starts in 30 days.
Yeah, I need that.
Celtics
You already
will
know
be
it.
hosting the 76ers, and the Golden State Warriors will be hosting the Los Angeles Lakers.
Well, did you hear about the preacher guy? The Lamar Whitehead? I guess he assaulted somebody in the church or something. I saw the video. Basically, he like kind of grabbed her neck and like I guess pushed her out. She wound up getting him arrested and everything. So
She had a demon in her?
huh?
I didn't hear about that.
From what I understand, it was her and her friend came there like disrupting the church. I guess they didn't agree with what he's doing. But you can see the video. He like she's walking past and kind of like put his hand around her neck and behind her neck and kind of pushed her out. But he got arrested for it. The friend, recorded a lot of it. They arrested him and he made a video, explaining what happened. But
What city was that in?
that's New York. The one that got robbed, the preacher. Whitehead. Lamar Whitehead. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh, he's a little hot-tempered anyway.
Yeah. So they've been doing, stuff been coming out saying his first wife, he was abusing her, just domestic
Yeah,
violence.
he's a little hot-tempered anyway, because I done seen him on some panels.
Oh,
going
yeah.
to ask something.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, you Christian?
Saying stuff that a man of
What's
the
he
cloth
doing?
shouldn't say. Yeah,
Well, let me tell you something.
Wow.
If you Christian, you won't tell somebody off. And that
yeah,
is
but
the first
I'm
time
not
it's said.
saying Christian. I'm saying a man of the cloth.
A man of the
I mean,
cloth.
you're
will
gonna
tell
be
you
held
off
to a
too.
certain standard, even if somebody's pushing your buttons.
They will tell you off too.
This is
Shit.
true.
Yeah, I mean, it's a way to
Christian
tell
don't mean
everybody off, but the stuff
Christian
that he
don't
was
mean
saying,
you
I wouldn't.
a punching bag or you a
Yeah, but it's a
you
way
gonna
to say
roll over
stuff.
me.
It's just
I'm
a way to say stuff.
You gonna sit there call me all kind of bitches, hoes, slut, tramp,
Okay.
and just because I'm washed by the blood of Jesus, I ain't supposed to tell you go fuck yourself.
Yeah, but you ain't gotta say fuck yourself. You can say insert.
Why though?
Insert
Why?
yourself into your anal
Why
cavity. It's a way to say it. That's
Why
what I'm
though?
saying. You can say it.
Turn
Just
the
say
other
it a
cheek. I
different
gotta
way.
turn the other cheek, right?
He calling the dude the F word. I'm like, oh,
Like,
come on,
like,
I mean, I'm just going. I mean, for the record, though, if you're a man of God, like especially of a stature of like a preacher, there's a certain way you're supposed to be conducting yourself. Like Christ didn't go around doing that. You know what I'm saying? So we're not perfect, but we're supposed to imitate and walk how Christ walked. So especially if you've been given that ordainment, like you're an ordained preacher with a first lady and everything, like you're not supposed to be doing that. Like
no,
you're not supposed to be
doing it.
doing
However, people are human. And so while I'm not giving them an excuse, because I came from a very good example of a pastor who knew how to handle situations where he was being utterly disrespected. And I've never seen him come out of his place like that. But when I heard Kirk Franklin go off on his son the way he did, I thought he did exactly what he was supposed to do. What he was supposed to do.
Yeah, but I mean, he didn't cross the line to me. He just told us someone he needed to hear.
He told
But I'm
his
saying
son,
with Lamar
I will
Whitehead,
break
though,
my foot off in your ass.
that's fine. Yeah, that's fine. But to be saying the F word to somebody else as a preacher, I don't agree with that.
He he cursed him all the way out. But nah, you know, I definitely agree with y'all. You know, you are supposed to carry yourself a certain way. But you know, people are human.
Yeah, definitely.
And this is true. We all are humans.
And that don't go out to the preacher. That go out to his followers. Like y'all gotta realize people.
Yeah, my pastor said,
stop
follow God,
following people blindly. That's
you
cool,
follow God.
Right is right, wrong is wrong. You know?
Yeah, you follow God, not the man. He's just a vessel. So even when he falls and mess up, you're supposed to continue your walk behind God. Like you don't.
This is true.
God. So, you know, if I saw my pastor cuss somebody out, I wouldn't be mad at him. I would just be mad he got caught in a public arena, but I would know that something very devilish pushed him that way.
Yeah, and I mean, you know, I knew Pastor not like that, but I know he wouldn't go there.
I know he would.
I could see him. I could see him put somebody in their place.
Yeah,
but not he
my
wouldn't
pastor
go.
Was no
he
joke.
wouldn't go there.
My pastor was no joke, and he would tell you off nice, nasty.
Yeah, well,
like in the name of Jesus. After,
yeah,
he was the man. Like that was an example. That was a person that you know. But he taught us you follow Christ, not the man. He's just a servant. He's a servant, just like we are. You know, he's just a prophet. He's there to deliver the message. So he's not gonna be perfect. But yeah, some of these pastors though, they don't belong.
And the crazy thing, they showed the Lamar Whitehead church. Yo, that shit like upstairs over a bodega or some shit. I was like, yo, but he running around in Bentley and all this. I'm like, these people crazy, man. But
that's it. You can always tell a person. You know, it tells us you can always tell by their fruit. And if their fruit isn't producing what it is that they're saying, like if they're speaking God's word, but their fruit isn't producing what they speak of, then they're not right. You know, and like I mean, and like you said, every person, you know, we all fall, we all make mistakes, you know, but at a certain time point, like some people that's coming to the faith and, you know, they might entrust in you like, okay, this person has it all together. So I want to be, you know, not follow them, but we also are supposed to be a certain type of way to where we are reflecting that fruit that the gospel is talking about, and that draws people in. And if you acting like that, you repelling people. You know,
absolutely.
Unless they've been with you for years, and
especially
it's acceptable.
New people in Christ.
Yeah.
That's gonna
And
be
see, the
all.
thing is, the problem is people tend to get it out of context when people have some type of title. You know what I mean? Just because they have a title, they still human. You know, at the end of the day, just because they got a title, and you know, some people
We fall
but
down.
a lot of people don't hold up to that
We
title.
get up.
You know,
We fall
just
down.
like
We fall down.
but we get up.
For a saint is just a sinner who fell down and got up.
You know, yeah. All I'm saying is, when you have a title, just try to live up to it. You know, just like a fucking cop, they take an oath to be a better person than the average person. Like you're expected, and you're held to a certain regard, and you need to fit that description. That's my point.
I agree.
But you gotta understand that some of them that took that oath didn't take that oath under that mind state. They took that oath like, hey, I'm just gonna say this so I can get in, and I'm gonna be that dirty cop.
Preachers, firemen, whoever.
But I was
Doctors,
that
some
applies to
shitty-ass
anybody that got to
doctors
take an oath.
that go prescribing these people all these Percocets.
I was just
you know,
watching
damn
a
well they
show
don't need no
today.
damn Percocet.
I was just watching a show today with a lady,
with
she
everything.
was a doctor, and she was diagnosing people with cancer.
Wow.
Cancer, just so that she could build the insurance for their treatment, their chemo treatment.
Wow.
So if anybody need a good show to watch, The Resident is the shit. It's better than Grey's Anatomy. Okay. So I had a patient tell me that The Resident is the closest like medical show to the real thing. That show is awesome. I watched one season in like 2 days. It's awesome. So.
Well, what was the patient? Was she, you know, you could take a cosign? Was she a medical person?
No, she was an oncologist, like a cancer, treat cancer. But what she was doing was she worked at a hospital, but she had her own private like clinic where she treated people. So like the people at the hospital that would come get treated, none of their records would be at the hospital. It would all be in her database. So nobody knew what she was doing for years. And then finally a doctor was like, something ain't right. So they spent the whole season trying to catch her ass. And finally at the end, she got caught because she diagnosed this woman that they know that she was a hypochondriac, which means she pretends she thinks something wrong with her, but really not.
I think you misunderstood me right quick. I was asking about you said
because it ain't make sense. What?
You said that you had a patient that told you that's the closest to the real thing, right?
Oh yeah, yeah.
So who was the patient? Did she work that type of job that she knows that's
okay? I can't tell you who the patient is.
I'm not. Now, what did she do?
It was he. Yeah, he. Was he? I don't know if he was like EMS. He was in medical.
Okay.
He was either EMS or what's the other one? He works in medical. So he said that was the closest thing that he might have been more like he was pharmaceutical. So he worked more in the business side, like selling drugs to the hospitals. But it's a lot of that, like there's a lot of politics with that kind of stuff. And so they talk about that kind of stuff too. So yeah, it really is. It seems realistic. So that's a good show. Anybody who wants.
I mean, think about it like this, Fresh. You said, I heard you earlier when you was like, you know, penitentiary like is a corporate business, like locking people up. So think about the healthcare world. These doctors get paid to diagnose people for things that have them keep coming back. So you know, it's not far-fetched to believe or to even know that, hey, they've done that with a bunch of things, with AIDS, with so many different things. Like,
they
you know,
HIV and Magic Johnson body no more.
It don't even have to be anything that big, y'all.
Yeah.
It don't have to be like the most recent scandal was all the COVID diagnosis, the COVID deaths. Every time they said it was a death due to COVID,
it was COVID. Yeah.
So this is a practice, you know, that is amongst any kind of
victim got shot, bled to death. COVID.
Hey, listen, and I'm gonna tell you like this, just for the record. I never even believed in any of that ever at all. But I don't really say it too much because people look at you
Go
like you're
ahead, Sue.
crazy. But like exactly at the beginning of this thing, what did they say? Like they were like, "Oh, you won't get sick if you get the thing that we're coming up with that everyone should take." But then everyone got it, and people were still getting sick. And
It's
then at the
crazy.
beginning, they said if you get into a car accident and you tested positive, we're gonna call it a COVID death. So
Yeah.
you're doing that to boost
Right.
the statistics so you could come on TV and say, "Hey, people are dropping like flies," when really no, you're just misdiagnosing people on purpose to
On
scare
purpose.
people. And
Yep.
any authority figure that would do that, yo, you shouldn't believe you shouldn't believe anything that comes out their mouth at all, ever.
What you think
Ever.
about the
Because
pops
what you
though?
didn't see, what you notice, what you didn't see, they pushed the agenda for the vaccine, of course, and it was like, get this, but they never talked about the people that died from that.
Right.
There was a
Yeah.
No,
lot of people that died.
no,
A
you
lot
get
of
Like
banned.
the end of the commercial.
You
Make her
get
hop
banned
that
and
thing in there.
censored for that.
Yeah, absolutely. So we're gonna stop talking about it
Yeah.
right now.
I have family I have family that basically what you just said. Family, they was perfectly fine. I'm talking about perfectly fine, 100% fine. And some of them aren't here anymore, and some of them are facing detrimental things. Some of them are constantly
Yes,
in the
absolutely.
ER all the time. And you know what the sad part is? This the most sad part is they themselves can't even contribute what they're going through to that because they don't want to admit it themselves. They don't want to say
A lot of
it
people
is.
don't.
It's because I trusted these people's word and took this. They don't want to admit that. They don't want to admit that to people who have been telling them, "Hey, don't take that. Don't do it. Don't." So what if
Don't
they
do it.
telling you can't work? Like that's a real thing.
It
And
is a
and
real
that's the
thing.
type of
I
world
know.
we're living in right now. Like for real.
Yeah, I've been in a lot of rooms on Clubhouse discussing this, and you are absolutely right. Like it's so lopsided. It's like, okay, we got this store, and they don't talk about how many people have had so many side effects. I know people personally who've had catastrophic side effects. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So definitely, to each his
And
own. Like
surgeries.
I don't judge anybody. You choose to do what you feel. It's a personal choice. You know what I mean? I'm not going to push my agenda on anybody, and I don't want anybody to push their agenda on me. I have to do what I think is right for my family, just like people need to do what's right for theirs. But when you look at the media, and I think what the common denominator in all of these stories that we've discussed today is the media and social media are the common denominator with how things are put out to the public.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
And that's a big problem. It's a big problem. True and real authentic journalism no longer exists.
I'm gonna tell you when I was a kid, I remember my grandmother used to say, like she used to have a little floor model TV, and she used to always say, "Turn it off." Like if it, any type of movie show, like she would call it nonsense, foolishness. It's the devil. Turn it off.
Right.
And based off of what you just said, it makes you realize why people who were older than us telling us, well, me personally, telling me certain things, why I understand it now, but I didn't understand it when I was a kid because I didn't know nothing about life. But now I know because this is why. When you listen to that box
It's the
that's
idiot
projecting,
box. The idiot box.
exactly.
It's so much worse now, and you don't even have to
Idiot
own
box.
the TV for it. It's these.
It's the idiot
Yep.
computer now.
Yep.
Idiot phone. Idiot tablet.
Yeah. Look what it's doing to the kids.
Oh
For my
man.
Cash App, Pamela J. Salute to you. Salute to Marley Quinn. Thank you so much for tuning in. I appreciate you. Just wanted to give my Cash App shout out.
Like you know what you said. Like look what it's doing to the kids. The devices, these phones. Like I remember when I was a kid, only people who had phones was adults, and that's because they had jobs. Now
Mhm.
you got a mom or a dad who got a regular phone, and their child got an iPhone, and children think they know more than adults because they can go on the internet and search it and prove you wrong real quick. So look what it's done. Like it's another one of those things that they dress up as beneficial for people, but little do people know it's really harmful to you, and it's really
Oh yeah.
crippling you because
Oh, they
technology
know.
is
They don't
like
care.
Well, it's a gift and a
no.
curse.
We're
It's
aware.
definitely
We
a
know.
gift and a curse. When I grew up, the worst thing my mother could tell me is you can't go outside. You're on punishment.
Hell
That
yeah.
killed
You
me.
Yeah.
nobody wants
I can't go outside.
Yeah.
What? Now you
I
can
hold
tell
it
the
down
kid
for
to
me.
go outside. That's a punishment. Go outside. Are you
I
serious? And it's fucked up because it takes away from them their ability to communicate. People meet people online now. Like back in the days when I grew up, like you met people, you met them. Anybody
yeah,
now they
physically.
throw any type of facade, any type of picture up on it's crazy these days. But it's a gift and a curse. You know?
And that's funny that you mentioned that because I just said that the other day. I was like, I remember when I was a kid, I was telling my kids like when I was a kid, I didn't have anything. Like my favorite thing to do was
Man,
to go outside, like
man.
football in the street,
Yep.
basketball, whatever we could get into. We outside in the woods, we doing all type of stuff. We're outside, and I'm like, kids nowadays, it's like you tell them to go outside, they're like, no,
Hell
you
no.
know when outside got taken away from me, I thought my whole world was
Man,
being
listen,
taken
I was like,
away.
I
good
got on
God,
Like,
what?
punishment for
I
the
can't go
whole summer
outside. I can't see
before.
my friends. What? They gonna
you
know
know
when
what
I'm
I'm
in
saying?
trouble.
The whole summer I got on punishment before. Man, shit, it was everything to sneak out. A
Yeah, you
couple
was
days I
bad.
was
You
able
was
to
a bad
sneak out.
kid.
Come on, man. These days now, they don't even want to go outside.
Yeah, they
They
don't even.
don't.
They and they like they don't
Sitting
even
in
know.
the house on the phone
These
looking all
kids,
pasty and shit. Ain't
don't
got
even
no
know
sun
like
color on them or nothing.
our basic games like hopscotch and
Yeah.
double dutch.
Loadies,
Yeah, they don't know what
flash
none of that
roll,
stuff is.
freeze tag, all
Freeze
that
tag.
shit.
Yep. Yep. Man,
It's
it was
out.
it was all it was all type of stuff to do outside. Like,
Oh yeah. Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
you was begging to stay outside as long as you could. I ain't
And it
want to
was
go out in the
crazy, yeah.
street
Because
like
I
that.
know back in the days it was okay for a kid to be down the block. Like nobody was gonna fuck with you. These days you can't send your
You
kid
can't see your
nowhere.
kids nowhere.
Motherfucker gonna snatch your kid. I used to be all
nowhere.
down the
Well,
block, across the
guess what?
street,
They gonna get out.
on 125th Street at 10
And
years old, 8 years old, and shit,
They
chilling.
gonna snatch your kid. And
Yeah, you can't do that
and
no
that's
more.
that's another thing exactly. That's so but that just goes to show you how evil these people are. Like think about those
Right.
kids who are going to be going to school. Like think
I
about
can't
those little
believe,
children.
honestly,
Like
though,
these people.
I can't believe that they're gonna allow that with children. Like that's
It's
well, I
crazy.
mean, anybody, it shouldn't be kidnapping, shouldn't be one of those. But with children, crimes against children, that's a no-no.
Right. Everything with the
Listen,
kids, they need to just keep them motherfuckers.
they don't care because you
But
know why
like you
they
said,
could
they
they
gearing
commit
shit
these
up
crimes
because
themselves every
everybody that
day.
do something to a kid and come home, it might not be your best interest to come home, bro. Motherfuckers is gonna be getting killed for that shit.
Yeah,
You know?
that's a fact.
Now I can't get a bail. They
Especially
gonna
in
keep
that
me
town.
because y'all made a law
Right.
kidnapping the
I
kid
can't
is
get a
okay.
bail after killing your ass.
Now I
and
can't get
kidnapping
a
my child.
bail. Like that shit crazy, man.
But that just goes to show you where their mind state is. Man, I just want to. I want to be honest with y'all. I want to tell y'all for real, and I want to tell y'all something. Like, you know, man, listen. I want to tell y'all some real stuff.
Me
Community,
too.
YouTube community, everything is cool and all of that stuff. But I want to tell y'all some heart to heart stuff. I want y'all to be safe in this world and to keep God in your life. I'm telling you, because pay attention to you see. Pay attention to what's really going on in this world right now. And you got people that's living their lives just doing whatever, not paying attention, not focus. Queen Elizabeth passed, boom. Everybody focus on that. Don't even know this lady, and they're passing bills behind the scene.
Right.
Like, please pay attention, because it's gonna be a point in time where getting on this internet and conversing with each other and even having topics, like, you're not just gonna be able to say what you want to say, like,
Right, you
at
can't do
all.
that now. You
Like,
can't do
no,
that
it's
now,
gonna be
bro.
worse than this. It's,
Right.
you know, if you know anything about that CBDC bill and all of that stuff that Biden passed back in March, and he talking about rolling it out in December, like, you know, in China, you say something, they freeze
Oh,
your account, your money. They freeze. Like, you go to the store and try to purchase something, and it says that you can't purchase it because you done said something on your social media account that you wasn't supposed to
and
say,
that's
or
that's
you
the
didn't.
first step.
Yeah,
That's
they
the
don't
first
play.
step. That's the first step with
Be
them.
safe out here, please.
Right. That's they warning to you out over there. That's a warning. What come next is it ain't that. So I know exactly what you're talking about, man. And that's why I
Yeah.
always tell people whenever I leave them, especially like live, like knowing them, stay safe. I always say that. And you're right, man. You gotta stay safe and stay alert out here, because there's a whole lot of shit going out here.
I'm telling y'all.
You see my big little brother, Maine the milkman. I'm drinking out of my What's Poppin' slime mug, and I'm rocking my Moonlight. Gotta get your BDB merch. Salute, Maine the milkman. I didn't see him tonight, but I'm sure he in the bushes. Yeah, you guys
So
made
Hassan, you got a channel?
The one I'm on right now, but I don't make videos. I had a channel a while ago, and I had just like I didn't even make videos like that, but when everything started transpiring, you know what I'm talking about. I was like, you know, I'm gonna make videos talking about this, and they kept flagging me every
I was gonna
video,
say they
every
shut you
video I
down,
put,
didn't they?
and they took it. Yeah,
I
they
know
shut
it.
me down. I was a nobody. Like, I didn't have a bunch of followers
Yeah, you
at all.
somebody.
There's
You got a
words
voice.
that
You
trigger.
somebody. As long as you got a voice, you somebody out here. Shit.
I mean, like, as
Especially when it
far as,
goes
like,
to
you know,
some
compared
intense
to
shit.
the YouTube world, like, why they would, but it just goes to show that everything that stuff that people try to say and try to expose, they try to cover it up, they try to shut you up. You know what I'm saying? Especially when they give you these platforms to speak, it ain't really to speak against their agenda. Like, they'll shut
You
you up
gotta talk
real
about the
quick.
niggas and the bitches
They
and
want to
all
see
that.
all the
That's what
fuck
you gotta
shit.
talk about. The shootings, you gotta talk
Yeah.
about that shit. That's what you gotta talk about. Then you good. You know, you talk about something that they ain't know, they ain't feeling, then there's a problem.
Yeah. Stuff getting hectic out here. Like, I sit here and watch every day, like, and I pay attention, you know, and it's just getting, I don't know, man, it's getting, you know, that they passed that, or he did that executive order bill about with the bioeconomy. Like, you know, look into that and read what that actually is stating. You know what I'm saying? These people talking about it ain't no talking, it's happening. Biometrics and everything. Like, you're gonna be
While we're
paying with your
distracted
palm.
over here, we distracted.
Could you give us some
Yeah.
insight on that, a little insight? Because I'm lost on that subject.
Like,
For real.
you ever heard of that store Amazon One?
Yeah.
Like, where you could just go up in there, put something in your shopping cart. There's no cashier. You put it in your shopping
Right.
cart, it deducts from your account. You can walk right out. Or like, let's say you put it back on the shelf, it puts the money back in your account in real time. Like, so basically, a lot of places are becoming like that, and it's becoming to the point where, like, a lot of places are installing the equipment to read your palm. You know what I'm saying? Or to read,
Right.
you know,
I know people
man,
getting chipped
listen,
up now
what's
too.
going
Like
on?
some company, like the whole company, they got chips in their hands. So
Yeah, it's like that, but it's a little bit further. It's a little bit, you know, it's a little bit past that.
They implementing that at Walmart now.
Yeah,
I did it by mistake the other day.
You did what?
in gas stations.
I was able to go to Walmart and literally put stuff in my cart. I just scanned the barcode and I didn't never have to see a person. I just went to the register.
You didn't self-checkout?
No, it was on my phone. Everything was
Oh,
done
yeah,
on
you said something about that.
And I showed the man, and he was like,
So hold up, it just sent the receipt to your phone.
Yeah, they sent the receipt to my phone and everything. It was like, show the man at the door, whatever. He was like, I don't know what this is.
And you didn't put none of your phone information, and just sent it to your phone.
No, well, I have like the Walmart wall, like the wall pay, but you can literally walk the aisles, take your phone, scan the barcode, it will scan the item and the price.
Get the fuck out of here.
Cart. Now you can either take it and you don't have to scan it at any other register.
So you ain't got to go to register. Wow.
If I wanted to, I could have did like the you know how you go to like Aldi and you ain't got no bag or no box.
Right.
I could have rolled right out the store
without the bags. Wow.
Without nothing. As
I
long as
remember you had said.
Now let me ask you this.
Wow.
I was like,
let me ask you this, Fresh.
My 9 items.
What you going to do when they say, hey, we want to do a biometric scan of your body and your face. So when you go to the store, you pay for anything or you ID yourself, you will use your palm.
No, thank you.
What you going to, well, guess what? That's what they rolling out.
I know, but if they asking me, I'm going to say no. You know what I mean? Like that's
what the currency is going to be.
Right. Well, eventually, but let's hope that's not during my lifetime.
No, that's during. I hate to be real. I mean, I don't really hate to be real, but
I don't know because I don't like the whole.
It's gonna happen in our lifetime.
Making things easy on the phone is one thing, but scanning body parts. That's why like they'll tell people like that 23andMe and Ancestry.com. They give you that little thing where it'd be like, do you want us to hold on to your DNA? It don't matter whether you tell them yes or no. Right. They're keeping that. They have you on record. They have all of your biochemistry in a little lab, ready to do whatever they want to do with it.
But this is, man, so coming up on a few. I remember being a kid and shit. Now the shit I used to see in the movies is here. You could talk face to face from people on the phone. That shit used to be Star Trek.
Self-driving cars.
You could talk to your phone. I be forgetting. I'm like doing shit. I'm like,
our daughter
don't even set this along. It's
right.
crazy.
Our daughter don't even know regular phones. So she be like, why I can't see them? What you mean? Why you can't see them on the phone?
All that shit.
All
I
she
used to
knows
watch is here. Yeah. So what you saying? They probably got that, bro, man.
And think about. They got it. They're already implementing it.
Yeah. But first,
they're already putting it in places.
In the movies.
Yeah.
All that movie stuff is coming. When it comes to the movies, they already had that shit 5-6 years already.
The Simpsons been saying all of this stuff for years.
I used to be a big. I used to play with G.I. Joe.
Thinking I be joking.
Have all types of shit.
Watch some of them cartoons.
And then next thing you know, the Army got it. The Army had it already. They had that shit already.
Didn't South Park say what's the name was gonna be president?
Oh, Trump.
Yep.
Yeah, had him on the escalator and all.
Years and years before he became president. The Simpsons said, you look at some of these cartoons, it's just like the movies. They have insight.
But it's crazy because I remember being a kid, motherfucker had a walkie-talkie watch. Now you could talk into an iWatch.
And see the person.
All this shit is
Hey, let me ask you two a question.
Flying cars next.
Right, because they already driving themselves.
Right, they in water and all that shit. They a car that drives on land and go right in the water. Wheels flip up and there's a fucking speedboat.
Oh shit, I ain't see that one.
Let me ask you two a question.
Sure.
And it's your own personal business, so it's but I just for curious. And then based on what you say is how is did you guys receive what they've been trying to push in people?
Yeah. But
you have
being educated on, certain things. You know how that go.
Yeah. Yes.
Hindsight is 20/20 like a motherfucker. You know what I mean? Hindsight is 2020. Me having a existing condition, I felt it was right for my family. But as time progressed, doing more research and getting a more clear understanding, if I had to do it again, I probably would not have.
Right.
But again, I don't have anything against anybody that does. That's the person. You do what you feel is right. I don't feel there's a right or wrong answer. You do what you feel you need to do.
Well, I will say this. I'm glad you made the decision. I guess I'm assuming to not do that anymore.
No.
I pray and hope that you don't. And yes, ma'am.
Yep. No, I definitely have been. I have been. Oh, he's gone. Okay. But yeah, I have no problem saying that I have had it done. But I if I had the choice to do it again, I don't know that I would have, because I feel like everything kind of it baited its time. Like there's just a time where things just start to clear up and just getting a lot of.
And then you got us too, the profession that we're
in. Yeah,
that came into play.
Yeah, it was.
But like you said, in hindsight, I probably won't do it again.
Hindsight, yeah. And then we're always trying to be on one accord.
Right, of course.
And I definitely wasn't giving it to London. I just feel like their immunity is designed to fight everything. So, but
that ain't always the case.
Like there are a lot of people who did that, it saved their life. Like I don't believe that it was a waste. But there were, some side effects that people don't discuss. And like he said, a lot of people weren't willing to tell the truth about
what. But you know what, too, though? I always look at it too, like polio. It was a lot of side effects. I'm sure a lot of people had issues with that until it was corrected or whatever. I mean, vaccines been going on forever.
Right.
And the only difference with this is it was optional. Like I said, I mean, being in that situation, and I probably wouldn't do it. But like you said, I mean, it's everyone's choice. You gotta do what you feel is important to you and your family. You feel that's gonna protect you and your family, do it. That's a great thing about life. Everybody got choices.
That's what this country is supposed to be about. Your freedom to decide and make decisions. But I'm just glad that we're on the downswing of that.
Yeah, but there's something else brewing now, baby.
Yeah, well, I'm not even hearing that as
now.
much.
Let me ask you something right quick. Is there it is? I heard there's a vaccine for it. So does it prevent or does it cure? Do you know?
Oh no.
You don't know either.
I stopped following it. After a while, like I'll research something for a while for a show, but then sometimes I don't keep up with it because the news depresses me. Like I'm in my own little bubble, and I'll do the research sometimes because I have clients that travel and they ask about things like that because you need to know if certain areas, certain territories are experiencing higher numbers of outbreaks. You need to know if there's vaccine requirements, things like that. I do a little more research, but I can look that up and I'll have some answers for you on the next show. So Breezy, how do you, my ladies that's in the chat, whoever's left in the chat, I got my curly hair, I've been doing these Amazon wig reviews. I had a blue one on a few weeks ago that they sent me. I customized it. It was brown. I made it blue. Then they reached out to me because your girl did such a great job, promoting that one, that they sent me this beautiful curly unit. I love my curly hair. This is like one of my favorites. And then just recently they sent me a new one, y'all. Now this one is a little different for Lady Fresh. I'm gonna have to tone down the color a little bit. So this is another unit that this company that sponsors my videos and my posts sent me. A beautiful unit. Beautiful. Look at those waves. Beautiful ginger color, lace front. Really cute. So I'm just showing y'all what I do with my hair sometimes. It's a beautiful, beautiful unit. However, this is a bit too ginger for my dark skin. So I'm thinking I'm gonna tone it down a little bit with a brown color. And then hopefully the next show I do, I will have this unit installed for you guys.
Why you gotta put it up to your face like that?
Because I wanted to show y'all that this does not go with my skin complexion. Like, I feel like this is not for me. I just need to dull it down just a little bit. But it's a beautiful unit, nice quality hair. Y'all know I spent a lot of money on hair, but you know, I wanted to I wanted to do, you know, they reached out to me to be a hair ambassador. I wanted to do, you know, show people that you can have beautiful hair and beautiful wigs on a budget, balling on a budget. So I wouldn't take it to my stylist to install because she's very picky about what she puts on me. But I will custom and color and do all of that stuff myself. So y'all look forward to seeing this one. It's going to be a little bit more brown. Breezy don't like it either. It's too old.
It's too bright.
Looking like
could hit the screen y'all right quick? I want to ask them something.
Of course.
Oh, hey, hit the link right quick.
We definitely won't be now. We ain't gonna be here till
No, I just want to ask him something right quick.
But he can definitely come up. BDB, you finally came on. Did you come to wish me a happy anniversary, BDB? It's my anniversary, BDB. Do you know what anniversary it is? Everybody was wishing me and Fresh. What he say? I'm late to the party, just getting back off the road and back to Philly. Happy anniversary. My dumb thought y'all what everybody thought that. I guess it was my wording. You know, I just put, do you know what today is? So yes, thank you very much. I claimed all of that time. You know, the Rise and Fresh show debuted today. I'm still very much proud of that project. It led me here. So I'm grateful. I'm grateful to you, Miss Poppin' Slime. And you get to see I'm wearing my moonlight, bitch. So I'm all BDB out today. But yeah, thank you so much for, you know, what you have been to me in this journey. I appreciate it. This is just 1 year in. And so I look forward to, you know, us working together again and just, you know, whatever's going to come in the future of the Fresh Perspective. Oh, hey, you've been instructed by Fresh Breezy to hit the link. BDB, feel free to hit the link as well. Lotus, if you want to hit the link. Anybody can hit the link. If you got some words of encouragement that you have for Lady Fresh, please come up. Give it to me. I need it. ATG, thank you so much for your words earlier. Real talk. You know, like I said, BDB says something very similar to me. You know, consistency is key. I'm aware of that. I need to step my game up, and I have every intention of doing so. And Jen, I'm going to take your advice as well and still pace myself and, you know, remembering that I do have a lot going on, running 4 businesses. I'm still a mom. I'm a wife. I got a lot going on. So, but this is something that I wanted to do. And so I want to honor my commitment and really be, you know, be here. So thank you. My husband is the best. It's not really cold, but I'm going to take it anyway. Thank you. BDB.
Hey, happy anniversary.
Thank you. You thought it was my wedding anniversary too?
We lit. I'm sitting here thinking, I called Breeze. I said, oh my God, it's y'all wedding anniversary? He's like, no, dummy, it's in November. I'm like, oh, my bad. But
that's hilarious. I had people in here like, you tricked us.
Right. Yeah. I just got off the road. You know, I was home in Connecticut with my family, and my mom came up to visit me. Say hi, Mom. This is Lady Fresh.
Hi.
Hey, Mama. How are you?
I'm fantastic. How you doing?
I'm doing great. Oh, you sound so happy and just full of energy.
Oh, I am extremely happy and full of energy. I'm so grateful. Grateful for life.
I love it. Me too. Every day that I wake up is a blessing.
So this is Mom. Mom, this is the couple that we met out in Atlanta. Me and Tia went out there and and went to her husband's 50th birthday party.
Yes.
Yeah, that's her.
Yep,
right
my
here.
name Tia too.
Oh yeah. Oh, they said they had a good time out there.
Yes, it was so nice to finally meet them in person, and it was a really good time.
Yeah, they said they have fun, so I'm really happy. I thank you for that. Showing them a
Oh,
good
it was
time.
our
That's
pleasure.
awesome.
I love to host, so
Oh, that's awesome. And you made them feel welcome, so that's a blessing.
Of course, of course.
So this is her. This is her
Your
one.
son has been a blessing to us, so it was very easy.
Oh, that's
This
nice.
is her 1 year of doing podcasting on YouTube. This is her 1 year anniversary.
Oh, what kind of podcast you doing?
So it's called The Fresh Perspective, and we usually I'll do kind of like interviews or talk about current events or ways that we'll bring on specialists who'll come and talk about different professions or skills or something that you might be interested in applying to your life. So it's a real positive based show.
Oh, well, positivity is always a great thing.
Yes, it is, and we need more of it. And like I said,
yeah.
your son has been very instrumental in me even getting the courage to come on screen. Let alone have a whole year under my wing of doing it. He's been very instrumental, and I'm super grateful.
Oh, that's awesome. I'm happy to hear that.
She's wearing the merchandise that she supports. Like, I saw my merchandise. She's wearing the T-shirt right now, and she's drinking out the beer mug that she supports.
I'm about to show your mama this shirt.
Yeah.
Oh, she on the video? I didn't know that.
Yeah, she's right here in the video. But they can't see you though. But you can see them.
Oh, I can see her.
Yeah, that's her right there. You see her?
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah, so she lit right now. She's doing her thing.
Hey,
Lady Fresh, I'm proud of you. Keep up the good work. You know what I mean?
Thank you. I'm gonna ATG came up. He was like, I need to see you more often. I need to see you more. I was like, okay, I get it. BDB told me I need to be more consistent. I got you. So
listen, I know it's not easy though. I know it's not easy. Me as a fellow content creator, I know sometimes that life, things happen in life, and we're busy. We have families and careers and everything like that, and sometimes you're just not in the mood to do it. You know what I mean? So
when I was ready to kind of get back on track, I had the accident.
Right, yeah, right.
After that, I just was like, and I still have days where the pain will set in, and I'm just like, oh my God, I don't even want to move. But I always want to be on here. I do. Like, I always want to be here to talk to you guys. I always want to have a show. But sometimes I just physically or my schedule, something comes up. But I need to purposely be more consistent. So I'm going to work on that.
Yeah, absolutely. And like I said, never go live if you're not up to it. Don't let nobody pressure you to do something that you don't want to do, because it's going to end up a shit show. Believe me, I know. You know what I'm saying? So.
What'd you say, Fresh?
She won't. That's one thing. She won't. Ain't nobody gonna pressure her to do shit.
Damn, you came in all extra aggressive. Calm your.
He is very aggressive.
Yo, turn the notch down on all that testosterone.
Hey,
and all that
you should be back used to it. You in Connecticut, right?
No, I'm back home in Philly.
Oh, you back? Oh, okay.
Yeah, my mom came to spend some couple.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Yeah.
Y'all treat it. I already know you're gonna treat it right. She's gonna get some good eating sweet tea. I know sweet tea gonna burn it down.
That's a fact.
Spend some time with the grandbabies. That's good, man.
Yeah, you know how that go, Breezy.
All right.
Yeah, I missed the entire show. I feel bad, so I'm gonna catch the rebroadcast later on so I can see what happened.
No, I know that's crazy, because maybe like 20 minutes before you pulled up, I was like, shout out to BDB. I got on his shirt and I got my merch, and I'm all BDB today. I said I ain't see him today, but I know he in the bushes.
That's funny, because she don't never use the little feminine BDB glass. She always use the mug.
Because it holds more.
It holds more. It holds more, right?
More liquor for me. I'm lit. Yeah, we lit. So, Megan, before you leave though, what if you had to give me some advice moving forward in the next year of my YouTube journey, what would you say?
Don't let these other content creators get in your mind and try to make you get involved in whatever nonsense that they got going on online. And I'm telling you something, and I'm preaching to the choir because you know better already, but I just had to reiterate it to certain people, because I just see the things that goes on YouTube, and people are compromising themselves and selling their souls and clicking up in order to gain some type of audience. Make sure the audience that you gain is organic and not based upon clout chasing or teaming up with other people. And not to get mistaken, it's okay to network and build with other content creators. But when it comes to the point of people being immature and making you pick sides and you ganging up against this person against that person, it's never going to be like that. And I never saw you do that. So I'm like I said, that's the advice I would give any content creator. Always be you. Whatever vision that you have for the Fresh Perspective, let it be your vision and nobody else's vision. You know what I mean? Like you'll never see me hit you up behind the scenes and say, yo, Lady Fresh, get on this topic or that topic, because it's supposed to be your perspective, not my perspective or nobody else's perspective. It's the Fresh Perspective. And always make sure you building your channel organically, because it's going to be better in the outcome. Anytime you try to do anything otherwise and try to take shortcuts around the thing, believe me, it's not going to end pretty. You know what I mean? So I like the fact that your channel is drama free, and I'm gonna say, put some emphasis on this word. It's unbiased. May no.
I appreciate you saying all of that, especially the unbiased part.
Right.
It's the United Nations of Fresh. You know?
United Nations of Lady Fresh. Like you know that I take it, you know, there's not too many people that I go to for any kind of advice, not even in real life. You know what I mean? Because not everybody really has your interest, you know, at heart. You know what I mean? But I've always felt you to be 100% genuine with me. So I do rely on you for your advice and your expertise, especially towards this YouTube thing. So anything you offer me, I'm super appreciative. I look forward to
Pitbull
more
Breezy get on that
collaboration.
ass too. So
You said what?
Pitbull Breezy get on that ass.
I don't need you to defend.
I know. I got y'all own relationship.
Yeah, we do, and like it's cool. So I actually do need to get with you on something behind the scenes though, because I'm tired of all these issues I'm having. So I know you can help me fix that. But thank you so much for everything you instilled in me. I know I still got a lot to learn, and I'm glad to have you in my corner whenever I need to pick me up. If I'm slacking off, if I need praise, if I just need some advice, you got me.
Absolutely. And I also have a lot to learn as well. I had to learn how to humble myself and realize that, listen, I still have so much to learn when it comes to creating content, and I have so much room to grow, and I have so much ideas. I was talking to somebody, Larry Beach, actually, on my last show, and I was telling him how, I would love to make my channel a channel where I could make a series of little short movies and things like that to make it that's the ultimate goal for me. You know what I'm saying? I would love to make a production that makes sense. Even if it's short movies, 15 minutes a piece, and it has a true meaning to it. You know what I mean? Like, you could put together a dope production in 15 minutes that would make sense and that the people could gravitate to. So that's kind of like, and next year, that's kind of probably where you're going to see Behind the Bar going, to doing more of production, where I could have actors come together and make a scene together that will make sense. You know what I mean? Like, if you only knew the imagination in my mind and the things that I want to do that's in this head, this big ass head that you see, man, listen, yo.
I can't believe it. I see it in you though, because I was like, just how you worked, with me behind the scenes and stuff. I was like, yo, he's really good at production, like working with people and teaching them. And so I can only imagine the ideas that you have are probably super dope. So
absolutely,
I know we
got a skit
right
for you,
now,
man.
so
if you need a skit from the Freshies, you got that.
Oh yeah, definitely,
we'll
man.
You a nice skit.
Definitely.
I wanted involved in everything.
I really wanted to do one with y'all in Atlanta, but I knew that we was pressed for time, and we was there for a more important occasion.
I can barely breathe in Atlanta.
But listen,
we coming to Philly soon.
Yeah, one of these days where we have some time where we have, we can sit back and put it together, because it will only take me literally a day to get it done. You know what I mean? Like literally a day, like a good 4 or 5 hours to really break it down. Because I used to do skits like this back in the day, you know what I mean? Before I was on YouTube. A lot of people don't know that, and I used to put together skits. But what happened was my Instagram got taken away, and I never saved none of the videos, you know what I mean? But I used to put together like nice 10-minute productions and shit like that got all lost on Instagram. But that's a whole nother story. Damn. You know what I mean? But It is what it is. I'm gonna get back to it or whatever. But yeah, this guy behind the bar got big dreams for, for a lot of people, man. I would love everybody to be involved in it, and hopefully it would turn into something where other networks could holler at us like Netflix and Hulu, and we could do things
Trying
like
to get on Zeus?
Why not?
Why
Yo,
not?
Breezy. Why
They
not
do it.
though? You know what I mean? You got to start somewhere, God damn it. You know what I mean?
I'm sure Lady Fresh should take a choke from me here and there, to get on the Zeus.
Hey, listen,
Ain't that right, my
choke?
love?
Will you take a choke?
Shit, hell yeah.
But check it out. Me and Breezy was texting back and forth earlier today. We was laughing at Charleston White. We like, damn, this nigga, hey yo, Lady Fresh, this nigga literally had to fake getting shot for clout. You know what I mean?
It was fake?
It was fake,
Wait a minute.
man.
So he didn't shoot himself?
No.
I put her in the garage and told her. I forgot.
You didn't tell me that it was fake.
I forgot.
Yo, but what is it? But
He
what
went
people are,
live last night then at the end of the day.
and he sit here laughing, he crip walking and
Laughing at
everything like
people.
that. Like, hey, look at me.
Dancing.
You know what I mean? So
That is desperate.
Definition of a troll.
I gotta pull. I hate to do this, and I never done this before, but I might gotta run a play for people to to pay attention to behind the bar.
Why not? They be thinking you do it anyway.
Let me tell you something. If you see some type of scandal going on with me, just play along, man. Just play along. It's me behind the scenes running the play. God damn it. It is what it is.
No, you just told me organically.
I know, but I'm being sarcastic right now.
I
That's what
know.
I'm basically saying,
I know
like,
it.
it's messed
know
up that
better.
it's messed up that you got to come on here and lie to the people to get respect. It's fucked up, man.
I'll take my slow walk. I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
Because
You don't want to get up in that beef shit, Lady Fresh. You don't want to do that.
If I'm telling you right now, if you see me and Fresh on here beefing, it's for real.
Ooh, child.
Now, I'm not talking about with me. I'm talking about with the dirty section.
Let me tell you something. If Lady Snoop, if Lady Fresh start dragging one of these YouTube bitches, I tell you right now, she would have 100 people in the chat going crazy.
Right.
That's easy money.
Right.
Go ahead and tag
Right.
one of these YouTube bitches right now online right now and go off on her. Just because.
I never want to be that.
Exactly. Me neither.
I
Me
wouldn't
neither.
know how to I'm not gonna fake.
Yeah, me neither.
I can't fake that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
That's so true. Drama sells.
Man,
It used to be sex sell. Now it's
They be
drama.
like, Lady Fresh, bitch, I'll pull your wig off. I'll drag you, bitch.
But I'm a bitch that'll take her wig off with no problem. So you're not embarrassing me or hurting
Oh,
me.
now you want to shoot me in my pinky toe.
Shout out Andre Obama in the
Obama
live
don't
chat.
I'm about to put my Cash App back up. Thank you so much for my Cash App donations. I appreciate it on my 1 year anniversary.
Hey, yo,
What you
Dre-
was gonna say, man? Dre did what now?
He really got out of his shell now. Like I be going.
I know he be panning up. Yeah, I be.
Okay,
Andre,
you put the word. Hey, yo, Breezy. You put the words right
I
out my
seen this
mouth.
nigga. I seen him on another show. Like, yo, I'm in here. I see him in the chat. He like, yo, drop the link. I was like, oh my,
Exactly.
Obama.
Obama ain't pull up on me yet. He ain't pull up
Hey,
on
yo,
me.
Andre Obama about to have his own podcast soon. Watch, dog. Watch.
Obama ain't pull up on the Fresh Perspective yet.
No, Maine. I think this statement was for you.
Let me see. He says, you were saying a year or two you were going to put on a... See? And I'm trying to tell people, man, that's
I
how
guess
I gotta,
Obama don't like you for real, huh, Lady Fresh?
I gotta
He
get
don't,
lit, man.
Andre. I'm 12 o'clock fresh. 12 o'clock.
12 o'clock Fresh, right.
That's a fact.
That's
Yeah.
all right.
Go back to the dress.
That's
Hey, man. For the right price, let's take it.
I heard it.
Let's go, my nigga. Fuck it. You know what I mean? We're gonna be lit though. I'm gonna sacrifice.
I can't co-sign you on that, but
hold on. Some of my favorite actor of all time.
Plenty of actors that do it.
My favorite actor of all time is Eddie Murphy. And nobody and Martin Lawrence. These guys puts on Big Mama House and all this other shit with Eddie Murphy with all this other shit, Norbit
they be
and all that.
dragging Eddie Murphy though.
Huh?
Well, he got sugar in his tank, but
I mean, he already had that.
as an actor. Yo,
he
Norbit
had that
is funny.
training gate joint going on. So
Norbit
been
is one of my
dragging him.
favorite
Martin, they
movies.
don't really give
Norbit
him
is
too much.
hilarious, and the clumps and all of that. Those movies wouldn't have been what they were had it been
Definitely not.
been
Fact.
him playing it. So
Yep.
people got to look at it's acting.
It's
Like, you
acting,
know what I
but
mean? Like you just it's
And
acting.
I don't know, because they do say that, but there's plenty of white actors that do it too. So
Mrs. Doubtfire.
motherfucking Jim Carrey. That nigga played a whole
Mrs. Doubtfire
steroid
was the illest thing
hermaphrodite
in the
type
world.
shit.
Yo, Robin Williams played the hell out of
Yeah,
that.
yep.
my favorite actor,
Doubtfire.
my favorite actor of all time, Bernie Mac. He played a faggot in Life. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, he sure did.
Dang-a-lang.
Jang-a-lang.
You know what I'm saying?
You don't have no
Hey,
problem with Justin.
what I tell you about pitching Woo on the job?
Hey, yo, Martin played Shanae and my nigga, and he played his mother with a
He
mustache.
played Mama Payne, Shanae.
Exactly. Nobody ever looked at Martin Lawrence to be gay. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is.
I mean,
hey,
It's acting. Some people just better actors than others. That's all.
it is what it
Wanna
is.
watch it. You want to watch it, like you know.
so what kind of dress would you put on, Maine? A
Oh my
skirt or
God.
like, what kind? Wedding
You know
dress?
what? You looking for some drops, my
Now
nigga.
he
I'm
trying,
good.
yeah, he
You
trying
trying to
to.
line me up.
What
Breezy
you
trying to line
gonna-
me up.
What you gonna wear? A Mary Poppins dress? Pigtails and shit?
Breezy, no.
Oh Lord,
God.
you won't be able to call him Mean the Milkman no more.
That'll be it. You at least you'll get some views for that shit. They'll love that.
Yeah, you gonna hit 1,000 in your chat for that.
But think about, and this is go back to what we're talking about. It's so unfortunate that in order to get lit on YouTube, you got to do some dumb shit.
Crazy
You know what I
shit.
mean?
Yeah.
That's true.
Well, for the most, I should say this. That's the easiest way. I shouldn't say the only way. I'm sorry. I take that back. But it's the easiest way. You know what I mean?
That's a guaranteed way. Shit.
There you go. There you go.
Yeah.
It is what it is. But yeah, I can't wait to watch. I'm gonna make sure I watch the beginning tomorrow and shit like that. It's getting late over here. But I'm gonna watch the beginning and see what was going on. I always try to make sure I catch up on what's going on, and so I could be up to speed with what's going on the Fresh Perspective.
I know. Hopefully, it don't be 13 days before my next episode.
Okay, we got Jay Savage in the building. Salute, Jay.
Oh, he back up in here. He was in here a little while ago.
Oh, okay.
Jay Savage. I've been trying to. I gotta catch your little. Yup.
I know everybody asking about this drunk shit, man. We got to figure something out, kid.
They don't never want to pull up. They don't.
I don't know. Maybe I need to just go live on the drunk.
It's time. It's time to
I don't
recruit.
know.
It's time to recruit some new people.
Listen, man, I don't want y'all to do the Drunkles podcast. I'm jealous of it. Remember, I was jealous of it, and I was trying to sabotage it according to other people. Here go Messy Maine. Come on, Messy Maine.
It wouldn't be right.
Yo, Breezy, you're messy. You're messy.
That is, that has become one of my favorite drops.
That shit is hilarious.
That shit is
bro. I
hilarious.
love it.
Did you have somebody record that for you?
No, I was on a panel or
That
whatever.
was on the show, right?
Yeah, I was on the panel or whatever, and I was doing my trolling thing. And
Oh, that was a real moment.
Jamaican girl was like, behind the bar, you're messy. I say you're messy in the bar. Yo.
Oh, that was I didn't know that was a real moment.
Wasn't that? Is that Barry Carey?
Yes.
Yeah, salute to her.
No. I'm sorry. That's Barry Carey's panel, but it was a different Jamaican girl.
Oh, okay. I always thought it was her. Okay.
Nah.
That shit is
Oh
hilarious.
no,
That's so funny.
that's a classic right there. That is.
Hey, yo, I got this new classic that's going. Wait till I go live again, y'all. Woo, I got this classic, bro. Listen, all I'm gonna say is quick Vic. You know what? That's all I'm gonna say.
God. Oh Lord.
I would send it to you, yo, Breezy. I would send it to you right now, but I don't want to spoil it. I want you to be in the audience.
Yeah, just hold it.
I'm gonna hold it.
I want to see what everybody else.
Nigga, you gonna be like, yo.
I cannot.
You're messy.
Yeah, I didn't know that was a real moment. That was perfect.
Yeah. That's the name of the game, man. That's the name of the game.
That's so true. But yeah. It wouldn't have been right if you wasn't messy at least a little bit. I can't, we can't clip your wings too much.
Listen, man, I calm down a lot, but
yes, I agree.
But
hey man, did you see the video with the Pastor Whitehead? You saw that joint, the Lamar Whitehead dude choking the lady?
Nah.
Well, he ain't choke her. He grabbed her by her neck. Oh, you
The
didn't see
same
it.
one
I
that
was
got
gonna
robbed?
ask you.
The
same one that got
Yeah, the one that got robbed.
Nah, listen, I'm not gonna lie. I've been off of social media most of the day today. You know what I mean? Because I've been obviously, I've been with family and all that.
Right.
But I gotta get up to speed, my nigga. I gotta go Google that shit, my nigga. We might have a show tomorrow, my nigga. Like, what's going on?
Yeah, he manhandling
people.
Oh yeah, he's a hot mess. He's a hot mess.
He's a hothead for real. He just saying some things. I be like,
they should have spared PNB and got that nigga, my nigga. But that's a whole nother story.
Damn.
Rewind. I'm a piece of shit for real.
How that works,
piece of shit.
Yeah, PNB Brock ain't deserve that shit, my nigga. But
How the kids like going to Connecticut?
Oh,
I know all their
man,
cousins and shit out there.
I'm gonna send you a picture behind the scenes. This is
Okay.
I won't show it to YouTube, but I will send you a picture of the amount of cousins that they have. So
Yeah,
as
I
you
know
know,
they have fun with that.
I'm one of 9 children. You know what I mean? I'm
Right,
one of
yeah, they got
9.
mad cousins.
Oh wow.
Nigga, there's about 25 nieces and nephews out there, bro. You know what I mean?
Small world. We don't die, we multiply, motherfuckers.
Oh, yeah, I love that. That's how my family be when everybody's together for them reunions. You be like, damn, it's a lot of y'all.
So was it a special occasion? Yeah, I just went out there to visit.
Okay.
Messy man.
Messy man. He must have dropped off. But yeah, we both come from big families like that too. So I can only imagine everybody together. I'm hoping to do something like that in July because I want to do a big cruise for Tay's 21st birthday. And invite everybody from all sides of the family. Cousins, your family, everybody.
Where is this taking place at? What, Atlanta?
Hopefully in July. I want to do July.
No, I said where? Atlanta.
I said a cruise.
A crew. Oh, crew. Oh, that'd be fire.
A cruise because everybody can pretty much go on that. So I think that'll be fun.
Yeah.
You know, just open it up to all the family. 21's a big one. So
Yeah, that'd be good.
I actually, when I went to where do we go? Mexico. I got to meet our BDM for Carnival Cruise. She's like the big lady in charge, and she was like, she lives in Kansas. So I was like, oh my God, I think I'm the only person in the entire company, and it's hundreds of us that's in Kansas. And she was like, oh, that's great. She was like, I was asking if there was anybody here. So she was like, we need to get together and do lunch, and she's going to help me put together the itinerary for Tay's trip. And I was like, to have someone of her stature help me with that is big.
You said she lived in Kansas?
She lives in Kansas and
Wow.
like 20 minutes away.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So she was like, we have to do lunch. So to have, like I said, to have someone like her help me with that is going to be that's going to be a good itinerary. We're going to put together something really nice for her.
Yeah, that's a fact.
But yeah, shout out. Thank you, BDB, for coming up. I appreciate your words. I appreciate the example that you've set for me. I can't say it enough. No matter what, I feel like I understand you. So I'm able to look past all the nonsense and the bullshit that people can't seem to look past because I see your character on the show, but I know the person behind the scenes. And so your intent towards me, towards my family has never been anything but stellar. So I'm always going to love and respect you and your family for that. So thank you again for everything that you've done. But I'm sure we'll put you up this week because we got to get this.
Yeah, she deals with me all the time too, man. So she understands. Ain't that right, my lovely?
Yep. I guess I'm supposed to say you deal with me too.
No. We
But
know what it is.
So I think my next episode is going to be a travel episode. I gave y'all a travel tip today. As far as traveling for the holidays, please make sure you book your tickets if you're flying, book your tickets now, because after October 23rd, you either won't find the flights you want or they will be priced astronomical.
And when is the next episode? Because I want to try to get that interview squared off with you. The interview he's talking about. So.
I'm definitely doing something this week. So I would like to do Wednesday because that's my normal day.
Okay. So maybe I'm going to reach out to him and we're going to have a nice interview for you guys coming up.
So yeah,
that is my goal. Saturday. Are we working Saturday? Maybe we could do a Saturday.
We work Saturday, yeah.
Oh, see. Oh.
We out of town Saturday.
Okay.
But any other day I work. Any other day.
All right, maybe we could do a double day. Thursday. You said Wednesday, maybe we could do it Thursday too.
Or Sunday. Sunday works.
Wednesday. Right. I'm gonna reach out to him and see what's going on then.
Okay, yeah, that'll work. We actually have a couple of topics that we've been needing to tackle, and I really want to get this travel show done because, and that's a big question that people ask me about all the time, and I want to bring in the big guns for that. I think you guys will love Stacy. She is a wealth of knowledge, and she teaches me everything that I know about this business, and I'm able to pass it on to so many other people. And I've been so busy sharing the opportunity and bringing people onto my team. I'm actually about to hit my first bonus my first bonus with the company. So every time I bring people into the business, I get to work hands-on with them and start building my own little team. And I really love that part of it. I didn't think I would, but I actually do. So, we're going to do a big show on that. I'm trying to get her this week, yo. Between her schedule traveling and my schedule traveling, it's ridiculous. I got to get my mixer back working, you guys. So I don't have all the music I want to play through the mixer available, but I am going to play a song or two.
Oh yeah, we're gonna have a upcoming episode too, Harlem special, Harlem artists and interviews.
Harlem.
Yeah, stay tuned for that. This is gonna be a fire show.
We just waiting on all the freshest friends. I'm letting him handle that. He's the worst.
Come on now, don't do that.
You're not the worst.
I ain't
you
talking about.
Told me when we got together, you the worst.
I ain't talking about the worst. Yeah.
No, we waiting on your friend. Like I have to wait on you to get your peoples.
All you have to do is say the word. But yeah, I got you.
I've been saying the word.
You ain't been saying the word. You've been saying the word. The wrong damn word.
Oh my God, my husband, y'all. He's a Pisces.
Don't forget, you still.
I am. I'm hurting right now. Like I need to rub this CBD ointment on my shoulder. I actually want to go back to the doctor and make sure that it really isn't something else going on my shoulder, yo. This thing is a little tight. But they did say 6 weeks, so it only been like 3. But I'm still strong enough to beat your ass if I have to.
Probably. Oh yeah. Next episode, Lady Fresh, I'm trying to do try to do it. I'm not really a good dancer, but I'm gonna do the genuine joints for y'all.
Please don't. Oh my God, no. The only person that can look worse than Genuine doing that is you. Then I'm gonna have to get a steak for you.
There's about 3 of them joints now too. I got y'all. I'm gonna do the genuine joint.
No, he look crazy. I'm offended.
And it's crazy because I done sent the damn video of him doing all them crazy things to myself. I got about 12 genuine joints in my phone.
Oh yeah, you should have queued them up for today. I could have used a good laugh.
Oh man, I got you next week. So
I don't understand that. That isn't that's.
And then I got a special video I'm on remake for everybody.
I don't even want to know. So are you excited? 30 days from now, we're gonna be sitting down.
Oh man, I know. We gotta make it out to Oklahoma City. Make sure we go see a Celtics game this year.
The Celtics are taking on the Philadelphia 76ers on game day, first game of the season, October 18th. And then the second game will be the Golden State Warriors hosting the Los Angeles Lakers.
Yeah, and another thing, I just got the 2K 23. So anybody want to see me in that? Give me about 2 weeks, then I'm gonna drop my my little game thing, and we can see each other because I'm seeing y'all in that 2K.
Oh goodness. Oh, you so cute when you play your little games. Took my kitchen TV. I had to fight. Yesterday I was like,
tell your daughter to stop breaking TVs, and I will have a TV in the other room.
Oh.
I gave her that other TV. That's what the third TV.
Well, take her. She don't even use it. It's right next to
6 months.
You cannot keep that TV, yo. That is my kid.
Whatever,
I cannot be. Just take her. She doesn't use her TV. Just take it.
That's not her TV. First of all, that's.
Well, my point is the TV that is in her room.
Right.
Doesn't watch it half the time. So wouldn't it make more sense when you want to play the game, take that one, play it, and then put it back instead of the up and down? Because I will come and get the. Well, I'm just because you're not in there all the time.
I was the prom king, Julia.
You're not in there all the time. You got 2 TVs now. You got 2 TVs.
I got 2 TVs. What are you
because
talking
that's your TV you on right now.
My TV? I'm on my phone. What are you talking about?
No, in the garage. You got a TV in there, and then you got my kitchen
But
TV.
this TV ain't my TV for everybody. What are you talking about?
No, dude. I need my kitchen TV. Stop playing. Please. I need my kitchen. I felt crazy.
But you barely be in the kitchen.
Now you're lying. I mean, cooking. So you know what? I'm
You be in the kitchen making dishes, shit.
You right. I'm gonna remedy that. I got you. Don't worry about the TV.
See, this is a safe space. This is United Nations of Fresh.
Not for you.
Hey, y'all, we
Not
got a
for
white
you.
kitchen floor.
It's not a size.
We got a white kitchen floor, and I live.
I have to put him in the back. It's not a safe space.
We got a white floor in the kitchen, and I live in.
Go ahead, babe. Get it off your chest because I don't want people saying I'm man bashing. I'm not giving you your safe space because men need a safe space too. So go ahead. Oh, he left. Oh, babe, I'm sorry. Okay, you guys. That just means he probably gonna walk in here right now. That's usually what he do. But as y'all can see, I'm looking really tired. And I'm so glad that you guys tuned in tonight to watch the show. Again, celebrating 1 year on YouTube. I'm gonna put my Cash App up again. If anybody wants to hit your girl up at #IamLadyFresh. We just talked about a few different things that I kind of missed over the last 2 weeks or so, touching on PNB Rock once again. Salute to, him and his family, and rest in peace. Senseless crime. Keeping his family in our prayers. We talked about where we were when we heard that the Queen passed away. And we talked about a lot of other things with the Safety Act and, getting some clarity on what the bill actually is for. And, shout out to Hassan who came up and, gave some great perspective as to what that bill could cause in the future. Because, just like with anything, people abuse it. They abuse, the effort to try to do something, that'll help people and turn into something that is criminal. So, we can always count on that element to be involved in anything that we do. We talked about that being involved in medicine, in entertainment. It's just unfortunately, it's the nature of the world we live in right now. But salute to my chat, everybody that came out. BDB for pulling up, thank you so much. Andre Obama, Lotus Flower Bomb, Harlem Girl 135, thank you for pulling up. My nephew Drado Streets, now I gotta play one of your tracks because you pulled up on the show, and so he's going to be doing an interview with us real soon. We might actually be able to get a live interview with him since they will be coming here for the holiday. Who else did I see? Jen, shout out to you. Old Head Deuce, thank you so much. Hassan, again, thank you so much for pulling up. Marley Quinn, thank you so much. My Lotus, Pamela J, thank you for the Cash App. Jesus is Truth, thank you so much for pulling up. My boo, thank you, darling, for coming by. I appreciate each and every one of you guys. So again, I don't have my mixer hooked up, but I am gonna play some music, and I think I had like a little slide that I could show you guys of just the episodes, the number of episodes that I have been involved with on YouTube so far between the Rise and Fresh show and the Fresh Perspective. It's been a roller coaster, but I'm so grateful to all of my experience doing this. I'm grateful for the ups. I'm grateful for the downs, for the people that I met along the way. So many great people I met along the way. I'm super grateful. Like, you guys have no idea how humbled and how much I really do enjoy it. Like, I really love what I'm doing. I love content creating, and I'm hoping to get better at it. So, you know, you guys be patient with me. Keep tuning in, and, you know, I'm going to keep producing more and more. So thank y'all so much. Hopefully I will be back on this week. Stay tuned for another episode of The Fresh Perspective. And just for old time's sakes, I'm going to play that other Rise and Fresh show song. This one was by AKA Presence. Moonlight.
Welcome to the Rise and the Fresh. Two girls gonna let you know the end. They're not gonna hold their tongue all night, nothing else. AKA Present, when I see them, this is how I feel.
Girl, when I first looked at you, I knew that it had to be true. That there could be love at first sight. I knew it when I first looked at you. Cause girl, you're like an angel that somehow passed my way, girl. Special someone that I paid for. It feels like my lucky day. Cause she's pouring out her heart and soul to me. Now you tell me, is this love? Is this real? Is this fantasy?
Tell me, girl. Fresh. They're gonna let you come and go. Let you know that
Liddy, I love when it's hot. Turned to the city, I broke off the notch. Got some more millies, I keep me a knot. I created history, it made me a lot. He tried to diss me and it don't fall. We call them Chaucer cause they gonna chop. Took her out of filers cause of pop. I'm running like Nike, we got it on lock. Cardiac eye. I'm the boss man in a suit with no tie. I can't be sober, I gotta stay high. Put me some in the can and it's dry. Riding this special like Bunny and Clyde. Don't worry, baby, I keep me some fire. She mayonnaise and burger, she cannot decide. The ladies Mercedes will go to surprise. Don't sleep on Miss Lady, help cry. In her back while I'm gripping her side. Nigga mad back, this ain't regular size. You really fly, we like Pelican guys. You ain't slick, I can tell her disguise. I pray that my wrist put her gas in the sky. She say I might sign her and change her whole life. I told her to goggle and work on her eyes. Everything litty, I love when
This shit major. This shit major. This shit major. Drink too strong, shit major. This shit major. Probably a day that I wake up. Gotta thank the Lord for my haters. Drink too strong, shit major. This shit major. Put through a bag of major. Nigga lifestyle high maintenance. Drink too strong, shit major. This shit major. Probably a day that I wake up. Gotta thank the Lord for my haters. Drink too strong, shit major. This shit major. Put through a bag of major. Nigga lifestyle high maintenance. I'm urge you stepping on the pavement. Down on the op in flavor. Shorty came with the call like it's Taylor. Smooth through my city like the mail. Versace cloth, that's a light linen. My neck and my wrist, that's a life sentence. But I got it in the trunk, I can get the chair. Probably had them first if you seen a pair. That the new Balenci's. B right here, 15 a pair. Probably fucked your bitch if you seen her there. Never beef over hoes, niggas seem to care. Buff song, got me seeing clear. I'ma drop a bag, never drop a tear. Got the fully stashed and I'm mind clear. I just checked the bag, got a mount clear. Got your bitch getting nasty, don't count it. Don't do that money like a scoundrel. Streets on lock, got a handle. All the water on me, no powder. Bitch, you keep asking me to fuck. How to tell the hoes I got standards. Bitch ass nigga, no manners. Bitch ass nigga, no manners. True too strong, shit major. This shit major. Violate day that I wake up. Gotta got the love for my haters. True too strong, shit major. This shit major. Blue through a bag of major. Nigga lifestyle high maintenance. True too strong, shit major. This shit major. Violate day that I wake up. Gotta got the love for my haters. True too strong, shit major. This shit major. Blue through a bag of major. Nigga lifestyle high maintenance.
You know I went big on big. Ain't gonna tell the folks what the fuck I did. I ain't even tell them. Couple niggas hating in the back. Fuck them niggas, but it is what it is. I was having paper back then. Wait for a nigga started having motion. Wait for a nigga. Shit got major on the way. They can have more moved in the ocean. These niggas way too friendly. These niggas money need a buddy. Push nigga dollar get ugly. I send them to the moon. The fuck nigga tell me. Treat a scat pat like a bucket. Teach your little hoe how to suck it. Alec from Trado, I nut on the Play-Doh. We finished, she know not to touch me. Bitch of the mayor, I'm having them flavors. Place you an order and meet me on favor. Boy, you a captain, that hoe going down. Eating dick in the back, you cannot save her. Minigun signs is a page. All my gun came with a laser. Hold on my name and you know the other game. Shit done got too major.
True too strong, shit major. This shit major. Violate day that I wake up. Gotta got the love for my haters. True too strong, shit major. This shit major. Blue through a bag of major. Nigga lifestyle high maintenance. True too strong, shit major. This shit major. Violate day that I wake up. Gotta got the love for my haters. True too strong, shit major. This shit major. Blue through a bag of major. Nigga lifestyle high maintenance.